James Mello and Jose Garcia keep you up to speed with all the action, highlights, interviews, and insider information for the prep sports scene. You need to tune in to AZ Preps 365 every Saturday morning from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on your new home for sports, 1580 and 99.3. The Fanatic. And always on at 1580thefanatic.com. AZ Preps 365 is your headquarters for all things high school sports in Arizona. Brett Quintine, James Mello, and Jose Garcia keep you up to speed with all the action, highlights, interviews, and insider information for the prep sports scene. You need to tune in to AZ Preps 365 every Saturday morning from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on your new home for sports, 1580 and 99.3. The Fanatic. And always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
It's time for some straight talk. Sure, saving money feels good, but cutting your wireless bill in half, that feels really good. Like walk-off home run in the 9th inning good. Okay, maybe not that good, but pretty darn good. With Straight Talk, you can get 25 gigs of high-speed data for $45 a month, up to 50% less than the other guys, plus no contract. All on America's best networks. Why pay a whole lot when you can pay half? Straight Talk Wireless. No contract, no compromise.
Learn how thousands of smart homeowners are investing about $1 to avoid expensive home repair bills. John, a former non-customer, said, "My air conditioner broke and I had to spend $1,900 to fix it." Jeff, a customer, wrote, "My air conditioner broke and I got a new one at no out-of-pocket cost." Mary, a former non-customer, wrote, "My heating system stopped running. I had to spend $3,000 to get a new one." Lisa, a customer, wrote, "My heater stopped working. I got it fixed at no out-of-pocket cost." For about $1 a day, you can have all the major appliances and systems in your home guaranteed fixed or replaced with HSC's home warranty coverage. Call now, and the first month is free. If the lines are busy, please call back.
800-657-5714. 800-657-5714. 800-657-5714. That's 800-657-5714.
It's weird to hear a spot for Harman Solar when it's cloudy or rainy out, right? That doesn't happen very often here in Phoenix, does it? We get over 300 days of sunshine every year. And those other days, well, even then, your solar panels are pulling every last dime they can out of that sun. Harman Solar is locally owned and operated. They use top-of-the-line equipment, and they have an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau. These are people you can trust. Call Harman Solar, 800-281-3189, or go to harmansolar.com.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM. And K24EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down.
Because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, buddy, it's Tuesday here on the Daily Blender, and your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. We got Keon in there pushing the buttons, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580. And no, it is not the first day of fall. Summer is still happening. I don't care what anybody says. Summer is not over in Arizona until the 100-degree temperatures end. That is the end of summer. Right now, not the end of summer. I know that a lot of you out there think Labor Day marks the end of summer. It doesn't here. It may someplace else. It does not here. And Randy, I'm sure will tell us here in a little bit. We got a shload of 100-plus degree temperature days ahead of us, so summer is nowhere near being over, and I'm not happy about it.
That's true, Jeff. Go 106 right now, and currently here in Maricopa County under an excessive heat warning. So, yeah, we're in a lot of trouble here.
Well, I don't know if we're in trouble. I mean, it's not. Okay, let me rewind a little bit. Being here in Arizona for, most of my adult life, it is just called regular heat. I mean, we call it excessive heat. I just think it's a bunch of, you and your friends in the weather media trying to get everybody all gunged up. It's just 105, 106, not the end of the world. We had worse than that during the summer.
That is true. But how many people have just moved here? I reference our good friend, Keon Rose, who has just arrived from the great Southeast, and he has joined us here. People do not understand how hot it is here. People that are coming
Pretty
here,
sure he's figured it out pretty quick.
moving to this area, go out and do crazy things.
No, he's
like,
not stupid.
I don't know, hike one of the beautiful trails that we have out there. Oh, I don't know, drive around without any water, any sort of fluids. So the excessive heat warning was designed for the people that don't understand, to keep yourself hydrated.
Right. Well,
wear loose fitting clothing, light colored clothing.
Uh-huh.
Keep cool whenever we can. Stay in the cool, in the shade, and in the air conditioning.
translation, dumbasses. Keon, not a dumbass.
No, he's
Keon,
not a dumbass by any means.
are you going to go out hiking?
No, because I noticed I went to my car earlier today for
Yeah.
my notepad.
Sure.
Mhm.
And I almost died on the way to the car. So no,
So-
I will not be
Oh, yeah.
hiking.
Smart man right there. Smart man. So, we got to thin the herd. So again, maybe we don't issue all these heat excessive warnings. Then two things happen. We get rid of, DNA. We don't need to have continuing, and B, less people in the way when we're driving where we're got to go. Just
That's
saying.
true. That's true.
Let nature take its course is what I'm saying about that.
All right.
But this is not the end of summer. Okay, I don't know what keeps doing there, but you got to quit that. Is it you, Mr. Fuzzy channel over there, Randy, or is that you, Keon? Which one of you
Could
is
be me.
making noises?
Could be me. I have the first topic up here. I was waiting to talk about.
Oh, okay. So that's why I hear coming from you like that. Okay. Anyway, so welcome back to week 1 of the NFL. That's right. Thursday will be the first game, Cowboys versus the Buccaneers here on 1580 The Fanatic. And if you haven't got it set up, you best get on it. Go over there, and I checked with the boys here, and they are on our picks contest page, ready to go. Keon and Randy all signed up over there at 1580thefanatic.com, where you go to Gridiron Games through there and get ready for the NFL Hartman Solar Fan Pick'em contest. And I don't know that I'm gonna remind the morning show, but last year, they didn't really do what they were supposed to do. They didn't actually pick in a timely fashion. And then I find out it's because neither of them knows how to use a computer. So Chief was in there trying to remember to do that for them, and he couldn't remember half the time. So
yeah.
I imagine with Steve from the main event, I'm sure he'll be on top of it and doing the picking and stuff. So, everybody join in. And this is a place where you can see the results of everybody's picks after, each week. And we'll see who the best picker is. Now, Randy was telling me off air that this is his year, not my year. Why do you think that, Randy?
No, I didn't. I did not say that. I just said you would be 0 for 2, and you were slapping me down like you normally do. Of course I'm going to be wrong, being last year's champion. And I said,
It
that
bared
was last
mentioning.
year. This is this year. What have you done for me lately? It's all I said.
Well,
that's all I said.
And so he said, what if I, and I said, well, I was only the top picker of all over everybody last year. That's what I've done for you lately. And here was the big spoiler alert from my picks. I can't pick the Colts and I can't pick the Cardinals this week to win. That might change between now and Thursday and then between now and Sunday. But right now, as I see it, I can't pick my team. I can't pick your team. Keon, don't even bother asking me about the Washington football team. You need to know better than that. But it's just where I'm at right now. It's just where I'm at right now with the picks. So, but if you think that I'm going to be 0-2 off of that, okay.
I don't know if you will or not.
You said I was.
I don't know if you will or not. I said that sounds like 0-2 to me because the Cardinals are going to win.
Okay.
I have no doubt in my mind the Big Red is going to win.
Okay. Derrick Henry's playing, right?
And
so is Ryan Tannehill.
So
okay, long as you know. All right, we'll get into that argument and fight later on in the week when we do our picks. But over the weekend, first off, I hope everybody had fun and did some stuff. I guess I did a little bit of grilling, not as much as I would have liked to, but basically I tried very hard to do nothing. Just a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah.
I was trying to get some rest and relaxation.
Yeah, good for you.
But I
Good
did
for
do one thing of note. I was, scrolling through the Twitterverse there, and I saw that the Berg had posted up a thing, and he was just getting trashed for it. He had a thing where it was a tray of hard-boiled eggs, and that instead of the yolk in them, or instead of it being actual deviled eggs,
Yeah.
they were filled with peanut butter and jelly.
Okay.
And everybody was going nuts about it. And I was like, well, I've always said try anything once, right? And so I did. And the verdict was they're actually pretty good. I actually
No
did.
way.
Here's a picture. This is my egg right here that I did.
Oh,
No way.
Okay.
That's real. That went in my mouth. I chewed it up with peanut butter and jelly, and it was actually good.
Okay. I'm questioning your taste now.
So now
That's
I've
really,
triggered Keon.
is really what it is. Yeah. Yes, you have.
Do you like peanut butter and jelly?
I do like peanut butter and
Do you
jelly.
like hard-boiled eggs?
I do like hard-boiled eggs.
All right. Well, here's the thing. The yolk is taken out. There is no yolk in this. And it's just the hard-boiled egg white with peanut butter and jelly in it. And I ate it. It was fine. I actually could see diced hard-boiled eggs being put into my peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and I'd be perfectly happy.
The white part of the hard-boiled egg is gooey. The peanut butter is gooey.
Wait, it's
the
not
jelly.
gooey.
Is it-
If your egg
it's
white
soft.
is gooey, then you're not hard. That's not hard-boiled, man.
But it's soft, isn't it?
It's soft.
Where is
It's congealed.
I don't know. Where is the part that's supposed to be contrasting the texture of the peanut butter and the jelly?
Mm.
It doesn't make any sense to me in my mind. And if I can't conceptualize
You should
it,
try it.
man,
Give it a try.
that's gonna be tough.
No, give it a try. Listen, it's that easy. You just take the hard-boiled egg, cut it in half, ditch the yolk, put a little peanut butter in there, put a little jelly in there, put the whole thing in your mouth and chew it. It was good. I'm not kidding. I'm not just saying this to try to trick everybody else into doing it. My wife can verify. I ate it and I was like, it's not bad.
did Alex try it?
No, she didn't.
No.
I didn't.
Because she has taste.
I didn't ask her to actually, and yeah, she probably would. She'd probably try it. I'm not going to speak for her. I'll ask her later because she's eating about every day. She's eating egg whites and stuff because she's healthy.
Uh-huh.
But I'll tell you that wasn't bad, Randy. You should try it. You got any hard boiled eggs around the
I
house?
don't, but I have a feeling if I ask Miss Kim really nice, she'll make some up in the Ninja for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wait. What?
In the Ninja,
You can't air.
it's a pressure
What?
cooker. It's a pressure cooker, man.
Oh, I thought it was the air fryer.
It's an air fryer and a pressure cooker. Yeah.
Well, mine I think is just an air fryer.
Well, she does it in the pressure cooker.
I
and
didn't
they
know you
come
could
out
do that.
spectacular.
I had no idea you could do that.
Oh my God, they're done perfectly. The shells, you crack them a little and they just kind of fall off.
Any air dryer or just yours is
No, it's a
special?
pressure cooker. It's
All
not
right,
an air
well,
fryer.
Whatever.
Pressure cooker.
Well, you should try it and let us know what you think. Because poor Berg was taking a beating on the internet,
Absolutely.
and
I
I went
may-
on there and I said, "Hey, I'll do it."
I may or may not have piled on.
Wow, Keon.
Shame on you. Listen, try anything once. As far as food goes, right? And like I said, you take a little peanut butter, a little mayonnaise, put them together. You might be surprised, unless you don't like one of those two ingredients. But just saying, well, I wouldn't like them together. Well, that's very close-minded.
I mean, maybe, but some things just look like a bad idea when you see them, and you just got to trust your instincts on it.
Yeah, like 98.7 schedule. I get it. I understand. But as far as food goes, you got to try. By the way, today is National Beer Lovers Day, by the way.
Hey, there we go. There we go.
And they did a survey of all the trashiest beers in all 50 states.
Oh, that's
and
too bad.
in Arizona, the number one trashy beer is Coors Light. That was the one that was voted
That's
for
their opinion.
Arizona,
Probably some punk ass snowflake that came up with this.
California,
this thing.
Minnesota, Nevada. Actually, it's Google Trends, but you're right.
Yeah.
Some punk
it's
ass
Google
snowflake.
Trends. Oh, then it's a punk ass snowflake for sure.
It's just,
It's probably just a machine.
kind
just
of a
going,
computer. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a punk ass snowflake machine then. Programmed by a punk ass snowflake.
It is a trashy beer. It is a trash, but
It's not
still.
a trashy beer. It's like one of the top selling beers in the country.
Okay. Anyway, so now I tried the egg with the peanut butter and jelly. I don't know if I'm interested in this. Now, again, I should try it because I don't mind a grilled cheese sandwich and I don't mind macaroni and cheese. But this is one where Panera Bread, they've leaked a video and they're about to release macaroni and cheese sandwiches.
I've already done it.
Take a look at that. I've
Already
never
done it. That
even
looks amazing.
considered it.
I've already done it. It's amazing. It depends on the kind of mac and cheese you use, but it's amazing.
So the legalization of marijuana, I think, has really influenced A lot of different menus of fast food and restaurants all over the place, but the full sandwich there, $10 sandwich. But then again, that's a typical Panera sandwich. They're too expensive.
Yeah.
That's kind of an expensive place to go
That's
get lunch.
probably that yummy homemade mac they come up with.
Well, they actually this isn't their standard macaroni and cheese. This is a different kind. It's not the white kind. This is like the orange kind. So this is a special macaroni and cheese made just for their sandwich, and it comes with some Parmesan crisps in there to make it a little crunchy, to give it a little something for the macaroni and cheese, I guess, to hold on to. Yeah. So whatever, that I'll try it. Don't know if that'd be my go-to ever. Kind of seems logistically hard to do.
Jeffco, you've never tried the mac and cheese on a grilled cheese sandwich type of thing? Really?
No, I guess I could play the home game and try that at my house.
Oh yeah, I've tried that. I've tried that before.
Well, let's go to the text line and then we'll talk about the first thing in front of us. I'm actually going to surprise a lot of people. I generally don't care or pay that much attention to college football because I'm very much more into the NFL. But over the weekend, we had some pretty nice college football. And of course, there's already been a shakeup in the AP top 25, but we'll get to that in a moment. Let's go to the text line, 888-368-1580. Thunder Snow says, good afternoon, gentlemen. Jeffrey, as Randy will tell you, the addition of any humidity to high temps will trigger an excessive heat warning.
Yes.
Well, I find that excessively stupid. So how you like those apples? Rusty Nut says, just want to thank 15A the Fanatic for the awesome tickets. I think he's talking about the Arizona Rattlers. He says they were midfield and we had a terrific time.
Oh, it's
great game, a nail biter. He says, you know what? I am hooked on the Rattlers. Thank you very much for them tickets. Well, the funny thing about that is you're not the only person who has been saying that, and it was a nail biter. I was listening to it a little bit there, and it was like going back and forth and back and forth. The lead changed 50 times, and then at the very end, it was all won because a guy missed a kick, not made a kick.
Yeah, I think that's one of the what?
Well, I know you were here listening to it.
Yeah, I was waiting for when you were trying to.
And I realized he was doing other things.
No, I was watching because it grabbed, like, the second half of it is like an interest grabber. But the missed kick, I'm trying to remember exactly when it was.
The very end of the game.
Right, but there was a missed play earlier that the blocked kick earlier in the game that caused the Rattlers to be able to score the 2-point conversion that allowed for them to be that many lead changes. That was the kick I was thinking.
I see. So he was paying attention. I was just accusing you of not paying attention. But
no, I was paying attention to the game.
Boomer Sooner said the same thing. He says, wow, Blender, thank you again for the Rattler tickets. It was a total blast. They went on a freak play at the very end of the game. And Jeffrey, today is National Beer Lover Day. Can I get a cold one, please? And he says, Rattlers Arena, I tried some new beers called 805. And he says, that was some pretty good beer right there.
805.
I heard of that. Wasn't that also a salsa? I don't know. I've heard of the 805. And he says, by the way, can I get a Boomer Sooner for a victory that the Sooners barely eked out?
Oh, did they win? Because I thought they lost this weekend.
Maybe he's talking about the Rattlers.
No, it was the Sooners. They were in a close one with Tulane of all teams, and
really?
it was and it was.
They ended up winning that game.
They wound up pulling it out at the end.
Boom Sooner, boom Sooner, boom Sooner, boom Sooner.
There you go. Congratulations, and of course, congratulations on you, Arizona, for getting 5 votes in the AP poll because they thought you were ASU. Because there's no other explanation. And you Arizona fans know for a damn fact you don't deserve any votes for that.
Yeah.
All right. So ASU slipped 1 down to 23 from 22. And the reason? Well, how badly they played in the first half of the game last week. And, they got their feet under them. And they're like, all right. It was like a warning drop in the AP poll. It's like, you can still be on the top 25, but we got our eye on you, ASU. So you better get your act together.
See, I thought, so I'm wrong then? I thought ASU was 25th. And because of the victory, they come up to 23.
No, they were 22 last week, and they're 23 this week. And you Arizona gets 5 votes for no apparent reason. They lost to the Mormons in Vegas, and it was horrible. It was a horrible game. Okay, so guess what? There, 2 quarterbacks, no bueno. Okay, let's just tell those people south of the border Old Fish, 2 QBs, dos QBs, no bueno. Because it's not 20. You got beat by the BYU Cougars 24-16. You didn't score a touchdown till the third quarter. And by the time you did, you were down 21-3. It was horrible, horrible. The Arizona Wildcats, they should fire Jedd Fisch like right now.
And they ultimately, by the way, ended up rolling more with Gunnar Cruz. They
yeah,
tried,
I know.
They
He
just one
became
quarterback. Yeah,
right, but still. I told you it wasn't going to work.
they came to that conclusion rather quickly, but in the game, which is a problem, obviously. And their offense, even outside of the quarterback play, terrible. Wide receivers looked bad. I don't know, man. They just look like a bad football team.
You know why? Because they're a bad football team.
Yeah.
So Arizona, shame on you for even getting 5 votes that really probably belong to ASU. And if those 5 votes had gone to ASU like they should and not by accident to you, Randy, we might be ranked 21. I think they need to do an investigation because nobody needs to be voting for the team that lost that bad to BYU. I'm telling you right now, this is something that Arizona State University should be a little bit riled up about. That's garbage. That is garbage that Arizona got any votes. They didn't deserve any votes. 0% of votes. All right, so let's look at the rest of the top 25 big shakeups all around. Clemson, and now Clemson plummets a bit, not as much as North Carolina. The hell happened to North Carolina?
Boy, I don't know. They came out looking pretty good, but they just kind of they fell apart at the seams. I don't know what old Mac Brown was trying to do out there, but the team didn't look like they were ready to play at all.
Well, they're a team that had a lot of talent last year, and a lot of those guys went to the NFL. A lot of receivers. The running back Javonte Williams, he went to the NFL. So they're missing all of that talent. But Sam Howell, their quarterback, I thought he was going to play better than that. He's a guy that everyone has being maybe the number 1 pick in next year's draft, Heisman hype, and he was throwing some passes out there. Honestly, there was one where he was getting swung to the ground and he just threw it just to see what would happen. It got intercepted immediately. Like I don't. Those aren't Heisman decisions. Those aren't first round pick decisions. I have no idea what he's doing.
Yeah, well, I got to tell you that we saw a lot of suspect play. We saw a lot of good play. Let's talk about the best game over the weekend, which you probably also heard here on 1580 The Fanatic. I ain't just saying that because it was on our station, but it just happened to be on our station. I did get to watch some of that, and damn if it wasn't everything you want from a college football game. Dramatic storylines, lead changes, good play, bad play, refs that should be fired. Everything you want from a college football game, you got to see in this game. We'll be back to talk about it. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Contractors need bonds, and the professionals at Constructors Bonding have been Arizona's leading surety management team for 40 years. We don't just deliver bonds, we make your bonding better. As the number 1 producer with 14 markets, Constructors Bonding has the relationships and expertise to get you better capacity, better rates, and better terms. For better bonding, call Dave McKee at Constructors Bonding at 602-432-5929. That's 602-432-5929. Or visit cbialliance.com.
AZ Preps 365 is your headquarters for all things high school sports in Arizona. Brett Quintine, James Mello, and Jose Garcia keep you up to speed with all the action, highlights, interviews, and insider information for the prep sports scene. You need to tune in to AZ Preps 365 every Saturday morning from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on your new home for sports, 1580 and 99.3. The Fanatic. And always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
Last summer, Arizona experienced record heat. Hottest summer in Arizona history. 145 days of 100+ degrees, 53 days of over 110. Summer heat is starting sooner and it's lasting longer. And your power bills are more expensive every year. Take control of your power bills. Call Harmon Solar today. Harmon Solar is locally owned and operated. They use top-of-the-line equipment and they're A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189 or go to harmonsolar.com.
Hey everybody, Mark Asher back to tell you about my great friends over at the Lund Mortgage Team. Now, we've seen interest rates go as low as we've seen them in years recently. We've also seen them bouncing around. A lot of uncertainty of what is going on in the loan game as far as mortgages are concerned. That's why I lean on my friends at the Lund Mortgage Team. They have been in business for 20 plus years here in the Valley. They only lend in Arizona. They are trusted. They'll get you that reliable quote. And if you're thinking about refinancing, whether it's to just lower your rate, maybe lower the terms of your rate, maybe down to 15 or 20 years, or if you're like, hey, we got a lot of debt on the side, we got some problems going on, we want to consolidate debt, or I've always wanted a pool. Now's the time to do it. Take some of that equity out, refinance, and get things done around your house that you want. But you got to use the best in the business. That's the Lund Mortgage Team. 623-875-9940. 623-875-9940. Or check them out online, lundmortgage.com.
If you're not spending every waking moment checking us out online,
You better have a good excuse.
yeah, we've loaded up our website with the stories, pics, video, podcast, commentary, and more. The kind of stuff you love.
Hey, it takes a lot of time to post all this junk,
And you'll love every bit of it.
Very well. Or at least most of it.
It appears that the website has become alive.
Get it now.
It's on the internet.
1580thefanatic.com.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. And holy moly, do we have a week for you guys when it comes to sports. Yes, on Thursday, got the Cowboys at the Buccaneers. And by the way, Daily Blender will be on at 2 p.m. that day, getting you ready for the big game because morning show complains if we don't do enough hours, and Radio Ron gets tired of hearing it. So Radio Ron has said, well, anytime there's a 4:30 p.m. game, you guys have to be on it too. And I'm like, all right, but I'm going to swear just as much as those guys on the Barstool show. I swear to God. And so on Friday, we got AIA football, Maryville versus Trevor Brown at 7 p.m.
That's a big game right there. That's a big game right there.
And then on Saturday, we have some NASCAR for you in the afternoon. It's the Richmond NCS. But earlier in the day, we'll have Notre Dame versus Toledo. So that ought to be good. In fact, the game I was alluding to probably being the best game of the weekend, correct me if I'm wrong, was Notre Dame's Fighting Irish taking on the Florida State Seminoles. And that was a hell of a game. And I got to watch a good deal of it. And of course, you guys got to hear it here on 1580 The Fanatic. And boy, all sorts of stuff going on in that game, man.
Boy, that was a fun game, man. You thought there for a minute that Florida State was going to steal one and run away. But no, Notre Dame prevailed in the end. I'll tell you what another great game was, not to get off the topic of Notre Dame. Another great game that I was watching was Penn State, Wisconsin. Boy, that was back and forth. That was a bruising, brutal defensive game. These guys were popping pads down there. That was amazing. I loved watching that.
Yeah.
Welcome to college football.
Yeah, the back and forth when it's not expected is even more interesting. And really, nobody expected that the Florida State Seminoles were going to be bouncing around like they did and giving them so much trouble. And some other understories on that. Mackenzie Milton, remember that kid back in 2018? He messed his knee up so bad. They didn't think he would walk without pain again, ever. But he had 3 surgeries, and there he is. He came in as the backup quarterback when the other guy got his helmet knocked off, and they're like, you know what? This kid is killing it. Leave him in. And he did. 1,000 plus days since he played in a football game, and he went in there and damn near won that game.
And what's crazy about Mackenzie Milton is they had a quote from his doctor. His doctor said and I quote, "I'm not saying it's impossible for him to play again. I've just never seen it before."
Yeah.
And the fact that he was able to come into that game and play, and the only reason why they didn't start him, because Mackenzie Milton is a better player than Jordan Travis,
clearly
quarterback, is because they were afraid of what might happen to him behind that offensive line. Turns out, no problem.
Yeah. He had no problem, and he was surprisingly mobile. Oh, a couple of times he had some running plays where I'm like, don't do it, kid. Don't do it. And I thought for sure this was going to be a tragic story, but no, it turned out he survived the game. I mean, they didn't get him. They got him, and at least they didn't hurt him. But it was a really good game. It went to overtime, and those rules in overtime. What are the rules? Is it the first person who scores and you have to have another chance in college? Where are the overtime rules again?
You start on the 25, I believe, and then you get a chance to score either field goal or a touchdown. If it's a touchdown, the other team has to answer with the touchdown to keep overtime going. If it's a field goal, they can score a touchdown and beat you, but they can also answer you with the field goal, and then you keep going in overtime until someone scores and the other person doesn't score. That way you don't have the NFL thing where just a team kicks a field goal, game over.
I think it also is it 2 or 3 times they do that, and then they no longer go for the extra point. Now, if they touchdown and the extra point, they have to go for 2. If they score a touchdown, they have to go for 2 points, and then the other team would have to go down, score a touchdown, and then be successful on the 2 points. So that I think that's the way college does it. I like the way they do it.
I would really like to see uniformity between what the college teams do for tiebreaker and the NFL.
Yeah.
And I've always had the the stance that anything that is done in the NFL should be mirrored in college. They should play by the same rules in college that they play in the NFL. Why? Well, that's what they're training for eventually, right? And I think that would do a better service to the players, because then everybody is NFL ready when the time comes. But for whatever reason, colleges are resistant to the idea, and I don't know why.
I think at least in this particular instance, if someone has to change, the NFL probably should, because I like the way the college does overtime.
I'm talking across the board. I understand what you're saying, and I would like to see some better way of not having a tie. I'm all for that, but we need to have the NFL and college football kind of get together on this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I don't think you're wrong. I do think that the NCAA does want to pretend that this is purely amateur football, that people play for the love of the game,
not anymore.
And so they don't really want to have that strong a correlation with the NFL.
I get the optics, I get the idea, but I'm a realist. I'm a realist, and on the eventual plan is, well, I hope I get a good job after college, or I hope I'm in the NFL. So if that's the destination, let's get these kids ready. 888-368-1580. Bruno Baller. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and accept what you're saying. He says, according to the AP poll, it says ASU is currently ranked 23, moving up 2 spots from last week. Yeah. That's weird, because I looked up last week and I thought it said 22. I might have seen wrong, so I'll give that to you.
That's what I see.
All right, so still, how much would they have been up more if they hadn't
the 5 votes? Yeah,
because I think they accidentally gave Arizona 5 votes, because who in their right mind gives Arizona a vote after how badly embarrassed they were by Brigham Young University? It's just sad.
I can't see that.
Outside of that, I wouldn't care what happened to University de Chalupa. I don't care what happens to Arizona. 0% do I care what happens to Arizona. I just until it affects ASU. Now I'm upset.
Yeah.
Mr. Wilbur says, Jeffrey O'Brien keeping it real, yo. Damn right, Mr. Wilbur. Charlie Boy says, hey guys, quick question. Jeffrey, are you going to have United Bowl tickets to give away this week? I don't know. I'll have to ask about that. Good question. I bet we'll have some ASU tickets for the next game, but I'll ask Radio Ron at the break. Bruno Baller, thanks for the info. Heavy Metal Maniac says 805 beer is a nice light ale, and 505 Southwest Green Chile. Yo, I got the 505 in my fridge. I just didn't know about the 805. Fish Tank says, is Brian Kelly still the only coach threatening to execute his entire team? He backtracked and said he was quoting some other coach. Well, maybe don't do that. Did he actually say he was going to kill his kids?
I don't remember what the exact phrase was, but he implied some severe discipline for the enormous meltdown, the 18-point meltdown in the fourth quarter.
There was a joke and he botched it.
Sure.
The reporter asked him, what do you think about execution? And he said, well, I'm in favor of it, which would have been funny if he stopped right there. But then he kept going and said, we should execute the entire team, thereby ruining the joke and therefore threatening capital punishment for having a bad second half of a football game.
I am pretty sure everybody knew he didn't mean that. But, I'd probably be in trouble too, because I'd probably stand there in the locker room saying, control the ball or I will murder you. I've said that to employees in the past about certain things. I will murder you. And nobody thinks it's real. And Brian Kelly, walk it off, everybody. Don't be so soft.
I'm actually more upset that he botched the joke.
Sure.
Because the brevity is the joke. It's what do you think about execution? I'm in favor of it. End of joke. Stop talking.
Yep.
But he couldn't help himself.
Or you could even say, in regards to the defense, all in favor for it. Whatever. I mean, there's very few ways you can change a solid joke like that. Mr. Wilbur says, Jeffrey, did you watch Arizona versus BYU? No, I don't watch amateurs. Twittiot says, hey, fellas, avoid Panera. Everything on the menu is overpriced and undersized. Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. He says, what was so embarrassing about this is Mr. Wilbur. What was so embarrassing about Arizona versus BYU? Yes, we lost, but considering we were not expected to win, we at least showed up. You weren't expected to win?
No, BYU is considered the better football team there. I mean, they had a great season last year, sent a guy quarterback to the NFL.
Sure, and he was in attendance at the game too, but he didn't play. So what's your excuse, Arizona? I'm sorry. I'm embarrassed for them that they weren't even expected to do well in the game.
And I did watch the game. They were just bad. I know that you fought back against a team that's better than you, but it's one thing to be I mean, they just looked bad.
Fight back? I'm looking at the score here.
They were just terrible the entire
There's
game.
no fight back.
Yeah.
There was one touchdown the entire game against the other team's 3 touchdowns.
Remember how badly put together this team was over the past several years.
Randy, they had 2 quarterbacks.
And this was a long, slow decline from a decent team down to a really bad team. And now this coach Jed Fish is going to have to go in and dismantle all the bad stuff and build new on a good foundation. And he's going to have a long season ahead of him. I don't expect U of A to be very good at all this year.
And BYU is a good team, but they're not a superpower. So, I mean, that's a beatable football team if you bring a good squad.
Well, I guess that's not happening with Arizona ever. Thunder Snow says, Jeffrey, if you actually believed in murdering an employee, there are some definite past cohorts hosts that probably did they get the axe or did they get the axe? I'm just not going to even respond to that. That could incriminate me. Rattlers fan, number 1 Rattlers fan says 58-55. Woo, after a whole game of calls against us, we got the most important one in our favor, and we will take it. And well, you can't put on your thing that you're 2021 champs yet because there's still a game to be played for the Arizona Rattlers on Sunday at 3 p.m. against Massachusetts. Now, it's my understanding that whatever the IFL rules are, this is not going to be on our station. It's going to be on the TV or something like that. I don't know. That's what we were told. So good luck to the Rattlers, and number 1 Rattlers fan, keep us up to date on it. Big George says, hello, gentlemen. I hope you guys had a great Labor Day weekend. Yes, ASU won this past week against Southern Utah, but they didn't annihilate them like they should have. They'll beat UNLV, but they will face a tough test in 2 weeks against BYU in Provo. BYU is actually a good team, Jeffrey. Well, that's what I've just been informed.
Yeah,
they're a good football team. They are a solid football team. They're well coached, and I don't know how it is that they convince people to go to Provo, but they do. And if you have a good team, you can beat them. But we'll see.
They only got 10 votes, if it gives you any indication. So,
well, I got to tell you,
I'm not afraid of them.
And Big George, that kind of talk scares me a little bit because let's not look past UNLV. That's how good teams end up losing to a inferior team. Let's put the screws to UNLV and really get this team firing on all 8 cylinders before we go to Provo. So I say, don't even worry about BYU. I'm sure that Herm and the coaching staff have these guys squarely focused on the target this week of UNLV.
Boy, you sure hope so. I think he knows what he's doing. Screaming Eagle says, happy Tuesday, one and all. Just like Randy, I'm really excited for Thursday night to start the NFL season. Unfortunately, unless Teddy Bridgewater undergoes some miraculous transformation, I fear my Denver Broncos will battle for 4th place in the AFC West.
Oh, that's too bad.
He says, thank God for fantasy football.
Screaming Eagle's a Bronco fan. Did we know that?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. We just it was always overshadowed by past co-hosts.
Yeah.
Screaming Eagle also says he's tried the Panera mac and cheese sandwich, and he says it's very tasty.
Huh? I bet.
And healthy too, huh, Doc? Navy Devil says, who the hell wants to go to Utah? Bruno Baller says, so the indoor league is having their championship game right in the middle of opening day for the NFL. Huh, wonder how those ratings are going to be. I have had similar conversations with, people who are in it. Roll Tide Kara says, afternoon, gentlemen. Hope all of you had a wonderful day. Well, so same to you, lady. I think I saw somewhere it's your birthday. Happy birthday, Roll Tide Kara.
Hey, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Blissful Hayes says, just 5 short days till we see if Kyler Murray has grown as a quarterback.
There's your whistle.
Why is that a whistle? Why is that a whistle?
Come on, man.
I think that one's pretty clear.
Come on.
His skills. I think it was
Jeffrey. Come on.
I am giving him the benefit of the doubt, sir.
Oh, if he's grown as a come on.
It's
That's
the combination of the 5 short days and grown as a quarterback.
It could have said matured as a quarterback. Become
Kyler
better.
Murray is not going to grow because he drank so much damn coffee. What the hell?
There you go.
Why
There you go.
am I getting a whistle?
There's your whistle.
Is he not full grown?
And there's another one for
Why
you.
am I getting whistled?
Yeah, just keep it up. Just keep it up, Jeffrey.
I don't know why Jeffrey's getting whistled.
Wow.
Right now.
At his age, there's nowhere more to go. I can't grow.
If you're an adult,
you can't grow.
Yeah.
He's a grown ass
He's a
man.
grown ass man. That's right.
Grown to the level of an ass man, but
Wow.
still a grown ass.
And
Okay,
that's
fine.
3. That's 3.
Let's take a break. When we come back, a little more college football for you and some other assorted things. The Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
NASCAR Championship Weekend returns to Phoenix Raceway November 5th through the 7th.
A wild season of unexpected will culminate in Phoenix with drivers putting it all on the line for their shot
And earning the title of NASCAR Cup Series champion.
featuring 4 championship races in 3 days.
Don't miss your chance to witness history from atop the grandstands as the action goes 5 wide into the iconic dog lane.
Or from up close with access to the fan-friendly infield experience.
Get your tickets to see the NASCAR Championship in person.
Go to PhoenixRaceway.com.
Hurry, tickets won't last much longer.
Being in the Army National Guard is about more than serving your country. It's about being there for your community when your neighbors need you most. The Army National Guard makes college affordable, and serving part-time can help you graduate debt-free. Do you want to stay close to friends and family? The Guard allows you to serve close to home. Serving part-time in the Army National Guard lets you have the life you want. Learn more by visiting nationalguard.com.
Sponsored by the Arizona Army National Guard, aired by the Arizona Broadcasters Association and this station.
Let's just take that out of your mouth.
At Ping's Pre-K, the growing enrollment is no play date.
It's not a closet.
She needs more teachers certified in early childhood development.
Is it nap time yet? Lunch?
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. With Indeed Instant Match, we immediately show you quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed meet your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
We're planning a trip to Spain later this year.
But our Spanish
It's pretty bad. So we're using Babbel.
Babbel's conversation-based method teaches you real-life words and phrases. And with Babbel's interactive, bite-sized lessons, you'll remember what you learned.
There's no easier way to learn another language.
Ahora hablamos español.
He just said now we speak Spanish.
Babbel, language for life. Now try Babbel for free. Just go to Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com.
Market Wrap host Mo Ansari talks about the dangers of emotional investing.
There's 2 things that people sell. One is greed and one is fear. Whenever you buy either one of those, you're going to end up getting burned because they are the epitome of emotions. And you've heard me say, whenever emotions take over, you're in trouble. If you don't want that to happen to you, give us a call. We'll be more than happy to do an objective evaluation of your portfolio. You'll find the right degree of risk, what you have in your portfolio, what you should have, depending on your age, depending on your emotional makeup, depending on your financial makeup, depending on what your objectives are. All of those things go in to determine the correct balance of portfolio. We'll do that for you. It is free. You have to at least get started.
If you're ready to get started, call pound 250 and say talk to Mo, or go to compact.com and click on the Get Started button. That's COMPAK.com.
Compact Asset Management is a registered investment advisor, funds custodian, Fidelity Institutional Wealth Services, member FINRA, SIPC.
Some of our listeners are football fans. And then others are football fans. So relax. You're among friends. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, Arizona's home for the NFL.
Today in the blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. And boy, we got all kinds of NFL on the way for you. Monday Night Football next Monday is Ravens at Raiders. Thursday, our first game is Cowboys at Buccaneers. Sunday Night Football is Bears at Rams. We got a lot of stuff going on over here at 1580 The Fanatic.
Yeah.
Rusty Nut says, sorry, fellas, if you've never been to Utah, it is the most unbelievably beautiful state in the union. Incredible views everywhere.
It is beautiful. It is beautiful. That's for sure.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. Yeah, then, after you get over the beauty, pretty damn boring. Bruno Baller says, I mean, you know why. Well, Jeffrey, looks like you got 3 whistles, so that means you can't read any text during the commercial breaks.
No, that's not what it means.
Oh, he can't eject me. I'm exempt. You can't eject me. Boogie says, afternoon, gentlemen. If Clemson loses several more games, can we just make the ACC and the Big 12 either combine or be dissolved into 3 remaining power conferences, please?
Wow. Who saw Clemson losing this week?
Yeah, that's
I did.
You did?
Yeah, they're playing Georgia, who that's going to be the toughest team on they're the toughest team on each other's schedules. So not that could have gone either way.
Boy, I thought the way I heard all these guys, what's his name, Herpy Street and Fowler and those guys all jawing about Clemson and expecting them to make a run at the championship again and how powerful they are. And they just keep retooling, reloading. And it was a shock to me to see Clemson go down like that. But hey,
I mean, Clemson is going to have a shot at the title because if this is their one loss, they've got pretty much nothing between them and now and the ACC title game for them to really have a chance.
Well, they don't have old hair boy anymore.
They don't, but they've got DJ Uiagalelei, who is their.
You can pronounce it.
Listen,
wow, congrats!
That's
practiced
it's taking some effort.
Ladies and gentlemen, that
Uiagalelei.
Uiagalelei.
Uiagalelei. There's no N in his name. It's Uiagalelei.
That's just how.
There's no N.
That's just how the Hawaiian names are translated when they're
That's
in
like
English.
Tunga Vailoa.
Yeah, that's the reason why that sound is in there.
Can we just tell people, okay, yes, Hawaiians can play in the NFL, but you're going to need to change your name to Smith. It's got to be Smith.
It's gotta be Smith.
I don't know, man. Keon just completely lambasted you and I. I mean, just made us look crazy.
Say it again.
Uiagalelei.
Uiagalelei. There's a lot going on there to make fun of. I
knew you were going to go ukulele.
Yeah, when I saw that, I said ukulele. It looks like ukulele. Ukulele.
Yeah.
But there's no N.
There's no N, but the sound is in there. You're just going to have to
Hey,
trust
Hawaiians. You like beef? Anyway, that's an inside joke for Hawaiians there.
But he's a really good quarterback. And I think that they ran into a Georgia defense that, quite frankly, there are many NFL players on that defense, and they're going to make a lot of people look really bad.
Keon, I appreciate your intelligence and your insight to college football, but you're wrong. The real reason Clemson lost is because of hairboy Trevor Lawrence.
Really?
Yeah, I guess he had to pay off a bet. He had to wear full Georgia Bulldogs gear on game day because he had lost a bet. I think with one of his his Jaguars teammate and former Georgia receiver Terry Godwin, and they had some sort of a bet. He lost, so on game day he was not wearing Clemson Tiger wear. He was wearing Georgia Bulldog wear.
Wow! So he lost a bet before the Clemson Georgia game. Wow.
Yep. So that's really the reason. It has nothing to do with Uiagalelei or whatever the hell you said his name was.
There we go.
I'm going to call him DJ. I think that's easier. DJ. And you'll know who DJ is because I'm never going to say his name right.
Fair enough.
Uiagalelei.
Uiagalelei.
Ungalele.
I'm telling you, people, this doesn't even look anywhere close.
I understand that you're looking at the letters and you feel like it doesn't add up.
There's no N. It's Uiagalelei. L-I-E-I.
When
It's
the
just-
A and the G are together,
Yeah.
I and don't ask me why, because I don't know. That's the sound that it makes. I don't. That's just
So
what
is
it
it
is.
Hungai? Is he from Hungai?
I don't know, because this is just what happens when you try and take English and like translate someone else's language.
Hungvai.
How did you learn to pronounce that? Just by watching the game and hearing them say it, right?
Yes.
Because that's how I learned Antetokounmpo. For the longest time, I'd see his name and be like, nope, not going to do that story. And then I heard somebody say Antetokounmpo, and I was like, wait, I can say Antetokounmpo. Oh, that's how you say it.
Yeah, the thing with a lot of these names.
How do you know you're saying it right? Who'd you hear say it?
Herb Street?
And then who else?
That's it.
You know, Herb Street's kind of a clown, right? You sure you're saying this right?
Look, he's wrong about a lot of stuff, but I think he can pronounce words well. That's why he's on the 4-letter.
I would. Well, again, it is ESPN. And they didn't know that high school team wasn't really a high school or team or school or anything.
Yeah, but that's not Herb Street, though.
All right. All right. Well, if you're saying he can pronounce a name, then okay.
Yeah. Oh, that's who was saying it.
Ngalale. Jeff Galooly. I'm going to say quarterback for Clemson, Jeff Galooly. That's how I'm doing this.
There we go.
By the way, you know, you got to love a good crowd. Now, I know that ASU, they showed up in force for that game last week. It was great to see the maroon and gold out there, a flood of just yellow throughout the entire stands. It was inspiring. But I wonder if we should try something like what Virginia Tech is doing. They have been for a couple of years doing Enter the Sandman. And when it comes out, the crowd goes crazy. And, you know, there's that build up and I don't know if you have that handy, Randy, the Enter the Sandman by the
Enter the Sandman.
Yeah, by Metallica.
Yeah, let me grab it real quick here.
So I guess it's one of those things where the opening part of it starts to build up, right? And they're like thumping and pounding and stomping their feet and clapping and doing whatever. But it became a tradition. And so I guess this weekend when they did it, it actually registered on a seismograph.
Oh, no kidding.
Not more than an earthquake, but enough to actually do a thing.
Wow.
So I think the Sun Devils need to come up with something like that. We need to set off some seismographs. You know, I don't know what we would do. You know, I'm too sexy or something, maybe. I'm too sexy. And I don't know if there's enough you can clap to that, but did you get that song, Randy?
I'm working it just about up here.
Sorry to catch you off guard there. Let's see. Educated Sports Dude says it's pronounced Ui Agalele. Oh, Ui Agalele.
That's not what I heard.
Ui Agalele. I have a feeling he just made me say something really filthy in Hawaiian.
Could be.
Yeah, some Hawaiian just drove off the road. Oi! Ui Agalele coming to the field. Cinnamon coming out to the sea. That's what this sounds like.
This is where is this where they start hopping and jumping right here?
Yep.
Right there.
Yeah, they start jumping around as this song starts right here to the beat, and then they start going even crazier here in a moment.
All right.
This is Virginia Tech's Enter song, Enter the Sandman.
I think I saw this. I think I was watching this on Friday night?
Yeah.
Friday night game? Yeah.
65,000 people.
Yeah. Oh,
And it just starts going crazy there. And by the way, the Hokies there, they actually upset the Tar Heels 17-10 in that game. So
yeah,
this part didn't hurt. And that when you start getting that, they would go crazy with it.
Oh yeah.
I can see that.
ASU needs a song. They need to come out and set off some seismographs.
I'm a little surprised ASU doesn't have a sound.
That's what I'm sure there is. It just hasn't actually happened.
I'm pretty sure ASU uses the AC/DC song "Thunderstruck." If I'm not mistaken, I believe that used to be the way that ASU would come out on the field. I don't know if they still do that, but this is how they have like a whole video entry thing, and then when the primary part of the song kicks off, then the Sun Devils come out through the Pat Tillman tunnel there.
That's great, but I didn't set off any seismographs yet.
Well, that's true. That's true.
So maybe there's just like boom, boom is not enough. We got to get them jumping like more. So we need a song that has more beats into it.
That could be.
Not just thump, you know?
Yeah.
It's got to be something that goes nuts for a while.
Well, I could see that. Yeah.
Boomer Sooner says, yep, Jeffrey, it's called the Badger Jump Around. And you're right. 65,000 people visiting teams look around like they're in some sort of time warp. It's absolutely priceless. And man, does it get you jacked up to hit somebody. I bet. Lost Toby says, just got back from Laughlin, put 100 down and game of 3 Giants at Dodgers at plus 165. It was a good weekend. Okay. I'm sure that meant something in English, but I don't know that much about betting, Lost Toby, but did you win? I think it means he won, right?
It sounds like you won. Yeah. Feels good. Sounds like it feels good about it.
I just don't feel good about you just happen to read the word Dodgers. Let's see. Straight Striper says, sorry for sending this late, but Jeffrey, did you say you tried peanut butter and jelly deviled eggs? Yes, I did. And they were tasty.
Well, they weren't deviled though.
No, they weren't. The yolk was taken out of it and replaced with the peanut butter and the jelly. And he says, the man card violation peanut butter and jelly whiskey shot I recommended, that would have been tastier than the egg atrocity. Well, no. Well, the egg atrocity, as you call it, was actually very tasty and not a man card violation. Just saying.
Yeah.
Flavored whiskey. Thunder Snow says, holy crap, you finally got a co-host who actually preps for the show. Yeah, like that. How high did we set the bar where Keon comes in and pronounces a guy's name?
Yui Ungalele.
Yui Ungalele.
How about that?
Now we're all
How
saying
do they
it.
do there? How do they do there, Keon?
Much better.
Yui Ungalele. Da, 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 da. Used to be Tua Tagovailoa. Now it's Yui. He's got a shillelagh.
Oh, you're just swapping out the names.
Yeah, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Charlie Boy says the Arizona Rattlers use Enter the Sandman song for introducing players, which, by the way, is very cool. Good to know. Bruno Baller says ASU should use the Van Halen song "Running with the Devils."
Oh yeah.
Is that enough of a strong drum beat though?
Yeah, but see, that's not a kicking. That's not a kicking tune.
It's a good song.
You got to have something a little more upbeat. You got to have something a little more in your face,
like "Hot for Teacher."
Yeah, now there you go.
No,
there
maybe that's not something we know.
Well, that's probably not too.
Pink Eye. Man card violation for this text. Mark it. This is a man card violation. He says ASU should come out to some Nickelback.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Not even as a joke. Not even as a joke.
Boy. Yeah, that's a violation. Could you blow the whistle on him, please?
Yeah, absolutely.
Man card violation and a flag.
Yeah.
Mars Bars 805 says you need this right here. He shows me the 805. In fact, Mars Bars 805, I believe he named himself for this. He says, pour me out a Firestone Walker Brewing Company 805, please.
Okay.
Happy Tuesday. And he says, go Raiders. Lost Toby says, I won $265. Good for you, man. That's awesome.
Good for you, Lost Toby.
Blissful Hayes says ASU should enter the field to Running with the Devil. See, here's another vote for Running with the Devil. I don't know if it's powerful enough, though.
Yeah. I don't think so.
Just a Tip says a gentleman I work with is a Virginia Tech grad and was 3 rows from the top. The stadium is one giant concrete bowl, not like most stadiums, which have different levels made of steel. That's why the Virginia Tech Stadium can register on a seismograph. There's no steel dampening the vibrations, and the video is like nothing but blurry because of all those vibrations.
Yeah, I bet.
Huh?
Yeah. See, I don't see how this is. I don't see how you could do this. This doesn't have. This is very slow. This is kind of slow. I mean, it's a rocker.
Use it.
I mean,
well, this is pretty good. Here, turn it up. Turn it up.
Boom.
Yeah, it's not a strong enough beat though.
No.
I love the song.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
There's no reason they can't play it.
No.
This is not the powerful song we're looking for.
No, definitely not. No.
Yeah. Let's see. Navy Devil says ASU should come out to a former co-host just saying I love ASU over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't think that anybody would understand that, but okay.
Mm-hmm.
Santan Scott says maybe ASU could come out to Alice Cooper's School's Out Forever. Well, that's sort of counterproductive.
Yeah, it still doesn't have that kick-ass beat you need. It didn't have that really strong, thriving beat.
Boogie says, yeah, Thunderstruck. ASU needs to sell out all their games, and the fan base needs to be a little more rabid. Then maybe they can register on the old Richter scale.
Well, I think Sun Devil fans are pretty rabid.
Richter damn near killed her.
Wow.
What?
Just wow. Oh.
Big George says Hawaii is pronounced Hawaii by the locals, as in, huh? Hawaii. Well, I know that. I've seen it, but I don't live there, so I don't give a damn what they think. Blissful Hayes says ASU could run out to Devil's Island by Megadeth. I don't know what that one is. Have you heard that one?
Try to look it up.
Okay. What other songs? See, it doesn't have to all be Devil. You know what I mean? It could be just some really great beat song. I don't know. Well, think about it, and we will come back. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports.
For the ones who know safety isn't a catchphrase, it's a culture. And the ones who help make sure everyone makes it home safe. For the safety-minded who watch everyone's backs, Grainger offers supplies and solutions for every industry, as well as safety assessments and training to keep your facilities safe and your people safer. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Your best plan to retire might be right under your roof. This is Rob Canier, and for over 20 years, I've helped people discover how they can utilize a portion of their equity in their home as a coordinated strategy in retirement planning, thus creating additional monthly cash flow, paying less taxes, and making their retirement assets last longer. This is a safe and proven retirement strategy for qualified homeowners age 62 and older. All you have to do is reverse your thinking. Call me, Reverse Rob, to learn more at 602-REVERSE. That's 602-738-3773.
Last summer, Arizona experienced record heat. Hottest summer in Arizona history. 145 days of 100-plus degrees, 53 days of over 110. Summer heat is starting sooner and it's lasting longer, and your power bills are more expensive every year. Take control of your power bills. Call Harmon Solar today. Harmon Solar is locally owned and operated. They use top-of-the-line equipment, and they're A-plus rated with the Better Business Bureau. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189, or go to harmonsolar.com.
Your favorite radio station.
And now you're up to date on the news. Stand by for weather and traffic right after this.
It wakes you up, starts your day, and keeps you informed as well as entertained.
You guys are absolutely the best.
How do you like to work here?
At The Fanatic, we're looking for commissioned sales reps to knock on doors, set up appointments, and extol the benefits of advertising with your favorite radio station. Send your resume to jobs at 1580thefanatic.com.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard makes it possible for me to be more for the community I call home. I'm a better neighbor because my service has taught me how important it is to be a team player. My training helps me in my classes when I give attention to detail to the task at hand. My service in the Army National Guard allows me to keep my country safe from threats. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time by visiting nationalguard.com.
Sponsored by the Arizona Army National Guard, aired by the Arizona Broadcasters Association and this station.
Let's just take that out of your mouth.
At Ping's Pre-K, the growing enrollment is no play date.
It's not a closet.
She needs more teachers certified in early childhood development.
Is it nap time yet? Lunch?
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. With Indeed Instant Match, we immediately show you quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed meet your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K24EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down.
Because it's time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, buddy, it's 4 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside my heterosexual life partner, Randy White. We got Keon pushing the buttons there, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580. And before the top of the hour there, we were talking about how Virginia Tech's Enter the Sandman entry music, and the crowd actually registered on a seismograph. And I was like, we should have something like that for ASU. Why aren't they setting off a seismograph? I get it. It's physics. It's what the stadium is built out of and stuff like that. But we started talking about what the song should be that would be better for that sort of thing. And a lot of people have a lot of the suggestions. Now, we had a suggestion right before we went to break there. Blissful Hayes said Devil's Island by Megadeth. Did you find that, Randy?
Well, I did, but I don't think you want to hear it.
Is it got bad words in it?
Well, I'll tell you what.
Is it country music?
No, it's not country music. Hang on just a second. Let me pull it back up here.
Well, what's the problem with it?
Well, I'll just let you listen to it, and
okay.
And let me just get it here. Okay, here we go. Devil's Island by Megadeth.
Okay.
Now, imagine you're in Sun Devil Stadium, and all of a sudden this happens here, and. Oh wait, that's not it. Sorry.
I was all right with that.
This is it. Just give it a second here. You'll see what's wrong with it.
Okay.
So you got the eternal mealy.
No, I was okay with that so far.
Really?
Yeah. But I mean, I don't know if it's as powerful as you need it to be.
No.
So
I just didn't think you would like that.
No, everybody in the place would just be doing like Bill and Ted like that the entire time. But it's not the power you need, I guess.
No, it doesn't really hit me as an intro song.
Boogie says they used to use Running with the Devils as the intro song before Thunderstruck video played. Boomer Sear says, how about Twisted Sister? Come on, Feel the Noise. Probably be a good one. Come on, feel the noise. Navy Devil says ASU can run out to no, shut up, Navy Devil. Nice try. Rainy City Bitch Pigeon says ASU should come out to I don't know, anything by Korn or Rob Zombie will do.
Anything by Korn or Rob Zombie.
Well, you gotta be more specific than that.
Yeah, give us something.
Number one Rattlers fan says darn voice text, but let's see. He says, how about Beastie Boys? You got to fight for your right to party.
I mean, I'm okay with it, but I don't know that does.
That might be a good one. And yeah. Got to fight for your right.
Yeah, I think the crowd would probably go nuts on that one, right?
Yeah.
Because it stands out. Because I don't remember exactly who mentioned it earlier, but Wisconsin in the fourth quarter they have the Badger jump around, and the song Jump Around plays, and everybody's jumping around. I mean, it's just a.
Make sure this ain't the dirty version.
Yeah, I don't think so. Okay. There you go.
I think they'd enjoy it, but I don't know if it's set off the earthquake thing. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I can see everybody jumping to the beat, though.
Sure.
That's the kind of beat you need right there.
If you knew what was expected, right?
Yeah.
Fed fan says, I vote for Wham's Wake Me Up Before You Go.
No.
No. I don't think even George Michael would be okay with that.
No.
She says, breaking news, Gonzaga's basketball coach got busted for a DUI yesterday. It's not really breaking news, but that's a thing. That is a thing. Baby Got Dak says, hey guys, happy Tuesday. How about Crazy Train for that song?
Isn't it kind of worn out though?
Yeah.
It's in every stadium, and it doesn't even matter the sport.
Out.
It's just in every stadium.
That is something you play in between somewhere. It's not something you can like really feature if you want to be unique.
Right.
Big George says, I'm just waiting for the Daily Blender live remote on the shores of Waikiki Beach in Honolulu. That'll be the ultimate getaway for the fourth dimension. We can have a booze cruise and do some snorkeling.
Why do we need a booze cruise? Just have a booze beach.
Well, I don't know if you know how Randy and I travel, but booze starts before we even leave Phoenix. And
come on.
So, yeah, the whole thing is booze. It's like Booze Clues right there.
Let's have a booze.
Yeah, let's do it. Dog named Boo says ASU should run out to Muskrat Love.
No. Now, Dale Hellestray would love that.
Mr. Glitterfart says, you Arizona should be the ones that come out to Wham. You are correct, sir.
Yeah.
Cards Chappie says, When Legends Rise by Godsmack.
Now, wait a minute here.
So in Godsmack, are you smacking God or is it God doing the smacking?
It's a little unclear, isn't it?
It's a little unclear. I don't know if I'm being blasphemous or if I'm like...
but it's not about the lyrics to the song, guys. It's about the song. It's about the feel of the song. It's
right.
about
No,
you
I'm
know,
talking about the name of the band.
Everybody jamming here. They're really, they're gonna come out and
I think we use this on the show, don't we?
yeah, it's one of our bumpers.
Yeah.
I can kind of see it, I guess. Legs outside. I can kind of see it.
Yeah, is that the guy who smacks God, or I'm not sure.
I don't
how it
know if
works.
it's him personally or maybe the drummer.
Yeah,
Could be the drummer.
Yeah, I'm getting heavy metal. What do you call the heavy metal horns? Devil horns? Is that
Yeah.
Getting that for it's sent with echo.
Yeah.
Lost Toby says through the fire and flames. Rainy City Bitch Pigeon says Corn, Freak on a Leash, or Zombie Dragula. Okay, well now it's just starting to getting
Yeah, it's turning into I feel like it's turning into a kind of a rock Friday.
Yeah, next thing you hear is going to be, Auntie, how about some German death metal? It would be good for you. Straight Striper says the Seahawks have a Guinness record for loudest outdoor stadium. They've also registered an earthquake when Marshawn scored that crazy touchdown once. Is it the cheering or fan movement that's registering? It's got to be the movement. It's got to be the thumping and the jumping and the
Yeah,
stomping.
I would imagine. Yeah.
Shooter McGavin says they should use Liar by Korn. That'd be a good start there for that one.
You think so?
Yeah, it's a good start in that song.
Should I?
We can try it. We can try it. Boomer Sooner. What about Charlie Daniels' song "Devil Went Down to Georgia"?
Let's see. There's a lot of liars.
I like the devil aspect. I don't like that it's country and not really something that's going to make a seismograph go off.
Liar by Korn.
It's a good song though.
Devils went down to Tucson and they immediately turned around. There's no reason to go to that crap hole. Mars Bars 805 says, "What about Welcome to the Jungle?" I think Jim Rome owns that now.
It's kind of burnt out.
Listen, we got to talk about something else. We got to talk about something else. Pop
All right, here's Liar by Korn.
All right.
I mean, I could see that.
It's all right.
It could work because you kind of expect where the beats are, but
it's not really what I would have in mind.
Nah.
Navy Brad says "Danger Zone" by Kenny Loggins. Yeah, you're right. Oh, Boogie's now going to Rage Against the Machine.
Hey.
Bulls on Parade or Testify. I'll tell you what, Rage Against the Machine, not a bad place to start there. Lost Toby. How about Rapper's Delight? How about new? Number one Rattlers fan says, so far out of all the songs you've mentioned, the best suggestion is the Beastie Boys. He says, I'm working on Sunday's prediction. Do you want me to call in on Friday? I'll give you a 3-minute game prediction. Well, no, not if it's going to be a 3-minute game prediction. If you can give me a 30-second game prediction, sure. Big Steve says, just an FYI, I heard you earlier, and yes, I'm registered for the Gridiron Pick'em contest. That's not what we call it, Steve. It's called the Harman Solar NFL Fan Pick'em contest on 1580 The Fanatic. Just happens to be over at Gridiron, but good. Glad you're there. Mile High Guy says, The Game by Moorhead. I think it means Motorhead. Might be Motorhead there.
Probably Motorhead.
Belly from Phoenix says, Jeffrey, your Kenny Loggins impersonation sounds more like a 70s porn. All right, you may have something there, Billy. Big George says, how about some Herb Albert in the Tijuana Brass? Number one Rattlers fan says, all right, 30 seconds it is. What time do you want me to call in?
Is he trying to get a break in radio?
I think he's trying to get a break in radio. I think he just wants to. Yeah, listen, number one Rattlers fan, he just wants to give love to his Arizona Rattlers. So I think we should let him do it. As long as he doesn't swear, I'd say we'll do that. So
all right.
Number one Rattlers fan, email me your information, blender@1580thefanatic.com, and we will work it out. Yeah, I think we can trust him. Thunder Snow says, Sun Devil song, I Suck by Big Steve.
Wow.
What did I miss from the main event earlier? Did they get in a fight or something?
Boy, I don't know.
Wow. Come on, Thunder Snow. All right. So listen, now I want to talk about something that a different super fan has suggested. Papa Mike sent me an email and he says, hey, you guys should probably take a look at this. And so I did. And he's right. We should talk about this. There are 5 coaches on the hot seat. And I want to see which one.
5 coaches on the hot seat?
Yes. Which one do we think is going to get fired? Now they're ranked. This is over on Yahoo Sports.
Are we talking NFL coaches?
Yeah.
Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
NFL. Right. So here's, I'll just take it down from 5 down to number 1. Okay. Mike Zimmer from the Minnesota Vikings. Can you believe he still has a job? I thought he'd have been fired 3 or 4 years ago. How does he even keep going?
His job is acutely connected to Kirk Cousins, and I think everybody knows it, and that's probably why you're getting a pass a little bit if you're Mike Zimmer, because he's a defensive coach. Defensive side of the ball is good. Kirk Cousins is so average that you're stuck with whatever the skill position.
How many years has he been over there with the Vikings? Hasn't it been like 5, 6?
No, it's been closer to 4 years.
Is it? Well, yeah. Oh my God, it feels like it's been forever. And if you're a Vikings fan, it might feel even longer. So you've just found out a defensive coordinator, yes. A head coach, not so much. So a 7-9 from last year, and they got a 1-5 start to make it even worse. They only have 2 playoff wins under him in 7 seasons. By the way.
Yeah, 2014 is when he started there.
So, yeah, Mike Zimmer should have already been on that hot seat, and I'm just shocked he still has a job. And if you're going to say he's handcuffed to Kirk Cousins isn't handcuffed to him in any way.
I mean, only to the degree that they paid him a fully guaranteed contract. So it's just hard to get rid of him because you don't know what to.
It's on the GM.
Well, I mean, his record over the time he's been there is 64-47-1. It's not a bad record when you look at the entire body of work. Now, last year was better than the year before. The year before it was atrocious.
Yeah. Listen, I get what you're saying. Right. Again, it's the same thing when you look at the record versus when you look at the games and when you look at where they fail and when you look at this, it's like I go back to the Carson Palmer stat line. Everybody's, my God, stat wise, Carson Palmer is amazing. But then when you watch the game and you see where they lose it, they're not losing it on his stats. They're losing it on bad decisions. And so, the Vikings, I mean, as of late, hot garbage, man.
I have a feeling this could be his swan song if he doesn't do something to change this team.
I mean, they've been a borderline playoff team under him, but that's not good enough.
Well, they fired coaches for less.
Yeah.
Okay. Zach Taylor from the Cincinnati Bengals. And, again, talk about being handcuffed. Joe Burrow is there. But he
was hurt.
Listen, his record is 6-25-1 as a head coach. Yes, he was hurt, but why was he hurt? So then you take a conversation with the coach, you have a conversation with the GM, and his quarterback is back. If they don't start winning some games, Zach Taylor got to go.
I don't know if you move on from Zach Taylor, because you knew what you were doing when you hired him. You hired him before you had a quarterback. And so it was the last remains of Andy Dalton and then whatever guys who were just shuffling around. Then you got Joe Burrow. You don't have an offensive line, so he got injured. And now here you are in year 3. I don't know if this is the proof that you are not a good coach or not, so much as your offensive line stinks and you didn't have a quarterback your first year.
Well, and not only that, but Zach Taylor, this is going to be his 3rd season. Can't you give him 1 more year to see what happens? Like you said, he took over a team that were not very good, and he has tried to build the team. He had his stud quarterback out most of last season. So can't we give him 1 more year before we say he's fired?
No, he's not a good coach. You can tell he's not a good coach.
And that's just ownership from the Bengals then, because I don't know why you would hire a young coach to a team with no quarterback if you weren't going to give him the time to actually turn the team around, because you knew it wasn't going to happen instantly.
Well, I like to see how it plays out this year before I make a decision that he's out of here.
All right, there's one guy I think we should all be able to make a unified front saying that dude should have been already fired and he's probably needs to be fired this year. Vic Fangio.
Yes.
Fangio got to go. And he had to go last year or the year before. He's been a horrible coach. He's got a 12-20 record, but he doesn't seem connected. He seems old man. Like grandpa. Somebody put a whistle around grandpa's neck and pushed him out on the field. And seriously, he doesn't seem like he knows what the hell he's doing out there.
If Denver ever wants to do anything, they've got to get rid of Elway and they've got to get rid of Fangio. And they've got to bring some football minds into that front office. John Elway has sunk this team. He can't even find a quality quarterback for this team.
I'm going to sort of leapfrog over number 2 on the Yahoo list that Papa Mike sent and go right to number 1, which is BU, Matt Nagy from the Chicago Bears. I don't understand. And Yahoo brings up the fact that George McCaskey comes out there like in the press conference is like, well, we've decided to bring Nagy and Pace back. Ryan Pace, the GM. We're going to bring these guys back. And I guess when they did the announcement, it sounded like an apology. Well, we understand your frustration. We're frustrated too, but
I'm trying to understand what we're mad at Nagy about. Because he made the playoffs every year he's been there as a coach. And we all knew Mitchell Trubisky was not a good quarterback, and he still made the playoffs with him. Like, what are you asking more from him than he hasn't already given you?
More than that. And listen, when you go and you're jumping over to get Trubisky, when you're making these moves, and they've made another one for Fields. Did they decide, are they starting Dalton or Fields?
They're starting Dalton.
They are starting Dalton. Okay, and that's Pace's decision right there?
That's Nagy's decision.
Yeah, that's Nagy's decision.
Wow, I thought it would be a GM decision because
remember,
Nagy is a good coach, according to Keon.
But they brought in
he's okay coach. But like, when you have a guy on the hot seat, you're saying that he's bad. He's made the playoffs.
Bonehead decisions in games.
Andy Dalton was brought in with the understanding he was going to be the starting quarterback for this team. That doesn't mean after week 2, he still has to be the starting quarterback. I mean, he'll start as a quarterback week 1, and we'll see what happens from there. If it's a miserable mistake, of course they're going to move him out and put somebody else in.
I have a lot of Bears fans that I know who say Matt Nagy got to go.
Well,
okay. I mean, I've watched some of those games, and I'm just saying, if you give another coach Mitchell Trubisky, do they make the playoffs? Because I don't think so.
Depends on a lot of things, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. But I'm just the bottom line is here's a guy that squeezed every ounce of talent out of a dude that they overdrafted. They like Ryan Pace clearly overdrafted Mitchell Trubisky.
He's number 1 on the hot seat, but he's the one you have most most fought for here with most passion there, Keon.
Well, if you give him a legitimate quarterback and he can't get it done, then he can't get it done. Out the door he goes, and he's got one. Justin Fields. There's no excuses this year.
Guess we'll see. Because Dalton ain't going to play long.
No, I've seen the first 5 games of that schedule. They could legitimately be 1-4.
I feel like Dalton's going to get galoolied. Some teamster is going to be like, yeah, I had enough of this. And down goes the Red Rocket. All right, when we come back, we're going to go back to number 2 on this list from the Yahoo Sports. And number 2 on this list is Cliff Kingsbury from the Arizona Cardinals. Let's talk about when we come back. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
This is Aaron Warby, host of the Bulls and the Bears Radio Hour. In the show, we try to teach the tools, rules, and strategies that traders and investors need to do better with their wealth and portfolio income. But most of the time, an hour is just not long enough. At Online Trading Academy, we believe that the average person should be given the tools, rules, and strategies that Wall Street's elites have been using for years to outperform others. Are you one of the millions that have recently established a trading account? Or have you always wanted to trade or take a more active role in guarding and growing your own wealth, but have not had the know-how or confidence? We want to invite you out to a complimentary 3-hour power trading and investing workshop, where you'll learn what it is that the professionals use to limit their risks and maximize their possible gains in both trading and investing. To register, call 8448-TRADER. That's 844-887-2337, or text the word stocks to 25029. Again, that's stocks to 25029. Reserve your seat now.
This is Joan, enjoying some me time up on the rim. This is Simon and his friends paddling the Salt River. And this is Brad. Brad is, well, no one knows where Brad is.
What they all have in common is that they went to azmvdnow.gov to quickly and easily renew their registration or 30 other services. So go to azmvdnow.gov and get more time to enjoy all the things you love.
Sponsored by ADOT in partnership with the Arizona Broadcasters Association and this station.
Last summer, Arizona experienced record heat. Hottest summer in Arizona history. 145 days of 100+ degrees, 53 days of over 110. Summer heat is starting sooner and it's lasting longer, and your power bills are more expensive every year. Take control of your power bills. Call Harmon Solar today. Harmon Solar is locally owned and operated. They use top-of-the-line equipment, and they're A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189, or go to harmonsolar.com.
With Amdro, you can enjoy your backyard like never before. Our round-the-clock pest protection gives you the peace of mind to enjoy your great outdoors without a care in the world. Jennifer! Okay, we can't defend you against the splash zone. But when it comes to ants and other pests, we've got you covered 24/7. Find Amdro in the insecticide aisle at your nearest retailer.
This coming fall, the bone-crushing hits, the heart-shattering last-second losses.
QT dropped the ball, then picked up. There it goes. Galloping free.
The long bombs, quick hits, bubble screens, draw plays, slant patterns, the cover twos, nickel defenses, zone blitzes, spies, edge rush, and Mike linebackers. It's NFL football, and it's coming back exclusively to the Fanatic.
The Daily Blender here on 1580, the Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. We're your home for the NFL. That's right. Thursday night, Sunday night, Monday night football. All of your prime time football is here on 1580, the Fanatic. Thursday night starts the season. Cowboys versus Buccaneers, and that'll be at 4:30 p.m. So because of that, we will be on at 2 p.m. for your listening enjoyment. On Sunday night, we got the Bears at the Rams. And according to Keon, BU, Matt Nagy, and the Bears will defeat the Rams because the Bears are that damn good, and he's that damn good a coach.
That's not in my picks.
I think Matt
Nagy is a decent coach. And there's a difference between saying a guy is on the hot seat and should be fired and is the #1 hot seat guy, and he's a decent coach.
Mm-hmm. Ravens at Raiders, where I don't know there's any good coaching happening there on either team, but we can talk about that another time. Anyway, so back to the thing that Papa Mike sent over here. Before we get to that, there's a lot of people that has a lot to say about the Matt Nagy conversation. So after we get through these texts, we'll jump back over to BU and Cliff Kingsbury and the Cardinals. Yeah. Blissel Hayes says, the BU over there is average at best as a head coach. He's a poor play caller and decision maker. I believe Bears GM Pace and Nagy are one bad season away from getting fired.
But they just signed him to an extension.
Yeah, it's not ever stopped anybody from being fired before. Hey, Bob Jaworski said, hey, the Bears could do better than Nagy. Hell, they could also do worse. But Pace has got to go. That GM is horrible. All right. Purple Nerval says, regarding the Nagy comments, Jeffco, please sing to the tune of Every Rose Has Its Thorns by Poison, please. Keon Rose is dead wrong. Big Steve.
That's good.
Big Steve of the main event says Nagy doesn't put his players in a position to win. The offense ran awfully. The head coach is the issue in Chicago. It's not about the talent.
It's not about the talent because we're not all laughing at Mitchell Trubisky as one of the worst quarterbacks in football, unless you're saying Mitchell Trubisky would have been great were not for Matt Nagy.
We thought it was funny that the Bears traded up for Trubisky, but we never knew he was going to be that bad. And something inside of all of us asked the question, was it Trubisky or was it the coaching of the Bears?
Well, I think, wouldn't it have to be Trubisky? He was horrible. He was just, and he would miss wide open pass attempts.
And this is why it was funny that they drafted Trubisky where they drafted him. He was missing those wide open passes in college.
All right. So on the Bears, Trubisky was horrible. Over the Bills, he'll just be terrible. I think we got all agreed.
Yeah. Well, that's
no,
why.
over at the Bills, he'll be a backup.
Yeah. On the
Yeah,
hopefully,
he'll
if
be a
everything
terrible backup.
everything works correctly, Mitchell
Right.
Trubisky will never see the field.
Yes, lucky him. People will forget, and he'll just draw a paycheck. Papa Mike says, "Great job, Jeffrey. Can't participate today. Going in right now for a brain MRI." That's right, Jeffrey. I do have a brain. Talk soon. Well, I hope that's the only thing they find in there, or whatever is broken in there. I don't know. Mr. Pringle, I'll come back around to you on that one. Big Steve says, every quarterback for the Bears has been horrible because the coaching sucks. So now we're in is it the quarterbacks are horrible because the coaching, or the coaching looks horrible because the quarterbacking?
Yeah, which came first, the chicken or the egg?
Yeah.
I just know that when you're a play caller, if your quarterback can't do certain things, it limits what you can do. So when people are saying he's a bad play caller, that might be true, or it might be you're being hamstrung by a quarterback who can only do 2 or 3 things.
Matt said, or hear me out. Matt Nagy sucks. Lost Toby says, I got Bears in my picks too. Are you serious? Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh at you, Lost Toby.
Jeffrey was just joking about me.
That was probably rude.
Do not have that. Just to be clear.
Yeah, I don't know anybody picking the Bears against the Rams. You know, it's the Rams, right? It's not the Chargers. Sometimes you see the LA.
Yeah, so you get a little confused. You swap them.
Seriously, Toby. Well, Lost Toby just won some money in Vegas. Maybe he knows something we don't.
Or he's on a hot streak.
You know what, Lost Toby? I'm not going to ridicule you yet. He says, anyways, in oversight news, Yahoo Sports reported that J.J. Watt is holding out week 1.
I think it's T.J. Watt.
Yeah.
T.J. Watt, yeah.
Yahoo doesn't always get it right. But then again, neither does Espen. Big George says, did you watch that Bears and Saints playoff game last year, Keon? Bears had no business being in the playoffs and were gifted a spot when the NFL expanded the playoff format. Matt Nagy stinks, and he should have been fired at the end of last season.
They had no business being in the playoffs because their quarterback is terrible. Did you see the quarterback playing in the playoffs too, or no? I'm blaming the quarterback if my point is not abundantly clear.
Yeah, we're getting that, and we're also getting how wrong you are. Everything is abundantly clear.
Okay. I mean, it's just like, I'm not saying that this means Matt Nagy is a great coach, but now if you've given him Justin Fields, who I think is infinitely more talented, then if he can't get it done with Justin Fields, out the door he goes.
Will you finally admit how horribly wrong you were?
I don't think I'm horribly wrong, because I was never saying world's greatest coach, go ahead and pull out the trophy.
Well, you get the best of both worlds there. Right? All right. Right that fence, kid. Right that fence, kid.
No, because I don't have to live in extreme lands.
I do. The Jet says, pick against the Rams early in the season. It'll take a new quarterback some time to get a feel for this team, and then they'll start winning. No.
I would normally say yes, but not in this case.
Yeah.
Matthew Stafford is a vetted veteran in this league and knows
100%.
exactly what to look for. And he is going to be, Rams going to be a dangerous team this year.
100% correct. And, but Jet, I understand, but if that were a lesser quarterback than Matthew Stafford, I'd see you have a point. And I understand how it works with the Rams, but no, he's a plug and play. If ever there was a plug and play, and this kid is chomping at the bit to prove everybody, it wasn't me, it was Detroit.
Right.
This is the opposite of a Mitch Trubisky right there.
Yeah, I mean, this is a guy who is going to be playing behind the best offensive line he's ever played behind, with the best running game he's ever had, with the best receivers he's ever played with. He did have Calvin Johnson, but look at what happened on the depth chart beyond Calvin. He's got a great team here. It's impossible for him to screw it up.
It's going to be interesting when they play the Bears, when Matthew Stafford goes back after a couple of plays, and he's like, what's wrong? What's different? I'm still standing. Oh, that's what this is.
Oh, I'm not running for my life.
I'm not used to ending a play on my actual feet. Upright, vertical. This is vertical. I'm not used to vertical. This is different. Of course, then again, it's the Bears defense. So we're going to see how good that O-line is for the Los Angeles Rams. Nasser Marcus says Bear fans are now realizing that Jay Cutler years, maybe they weren't so bad. Blissel Hay says Trubisky has potential. He had a 6-touchdown game a few years ago. BU didn't like Trubisky from day one, by the way.
I mean, he's a talented quarterback, but he's got so many things hampering him as far as offensively, what he's able to read on a defense. You can trick Mitchell Trubisky so easily that I don't know what the arm talent and the mobility gives you in that regard.
Lost Toby says, still, Rams, LA team. They're going to choke. Fed Fan says, well, I'm off to watch tennis, everyone. Have fun. Well, the tennis is on right in I could see it right there. And there's a couple ladies I've never heard of and whose names I could never hope to pronounce playing right now. So enjoy. I will see you later. Mr. Pringle says, I can't tell you what the Sun Devils walkout song should be, but I know what Cardinals visiting teams in-flight movie should be. Get Shorty.
Wow.
That was a stretch for that one.
Yeah. Your humor and joking was absolutely brilliant.
Navy Brad says, Bud Grant fact. He is a U.S. Navy veteran.
Bud Grant fact, yes.
Why are we doing Bud Grant facts right now?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Thanks, Navy Brad. Against the Spread says, Matt Nagy is an all right coach. Who said that? Someone needs a drug test. That's who. Robert.
Okay. First off, I am a fan of the Washington football team. I have seen bad coaches.
So you definitely need a drug test.
I know for a fact Matt Nagy is not the worst coach. Like, I don't know. People talk about him like he's the worst coach. I lived through Jim Zorn.
Oh,
I don't want to hear this from anybody.
Thank you. What? And let's be fair. Keon, Matt Nagy supporter, Washington football team fan, Washington Wizards fan, Washington Nationals fan. He doesn't need a drug test. We already know.
Yeah.
So,
and you hired me anyway, which is impressive.
In radio, the only reason for drug testing is to see who else can get the stuff. Robert from Surprise says, I might take the Bears and take the 8 points. Being the first game and the Rams 12-man is non-existent. Are you saying there's not going to be people in the stadium? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I know that California has more COVID restrictions than everybody else. So maybe.
Yeah, but the stadium's open. And according to what I understand, as long as you can prove that you've had the vaccine, you're allowed to go in the stadium. Okay. So
yeah,
I don't know what that's going to prevent.
They're doing that. With I saw a tweet from the Seahawks. They are saying, show up with your copy of your COVID card, better be real, or we're gonna after you, or a test that shows that you're not you ain't got the COVID, and you can get in. There's some stadiums that are doing that this season. So of course everybody's up in arms about it, and I saw some funny people tweeting, "This is horrible. This is a violation." And I should tell you what, anybody with a season ticket should go ahead and just sell them to me because if you're offended too. Wait a minute. Nostramarcus says, that Bears front office has to take some of the heat over here. Over the last 20 years, they've started the likes of Trubisky, Cutler, Orton, Grossman, among other unmentionables. Oh, absolutely right. Absolutely right. Who owns the Bears again?
The McCaskey family.
Really? Okay. Well, they are they related to the Bidwells? Because, man, they're holding on to GMs longer than they should, aren't they? Senior Wake and Bake says, beware of my Niners, all you suckers. Well, I've given the 49ers a win this week because they're playing Detroit. So enjoy your only win. Flying Monkey says, how about that ASU defense? How about that?
What about it?
What about that ASU defense?
I don't know the way it was going against the Seminoles. I wasn't sure they had one. I mean, not Seminoles, the Southern Utah. I wasn't sure if they had one. A little team like that giving you trouble. Mr. Pink Eye says Bears wide receiver core also has been terrible. Last time they had a good wide receiver was Brandon Marshall.
Well, Allen Robinson's a really good receiver, but I mean, it's not much after Allen.
Let's see. Watermelon says, hey, Jeffrey, did number one Rattlers fan just get a bit for the show before Keon? Yes, he did. Well, it's going to be a short-lived bit until next season, but yeah, they're going to let him do the Rattlers championship game preview later in the week. And here's the thing. What's funny, we've left the door open. Any of you super fans have an idea, because we do On This Date in Big Georgia sports history, been doing this for years, but I've never said I wouldn't entertain some super fans' idea for their own segment. It just can't be exactly the same as Big Georgia sports history. So we're open. We're open to ideas. And if he is truly the number one Rattlers fan, and he can, in a very short amount of time, tell us how awesome the game is going to be and what's going to happen, why would I stop him?
I see no reason to do it. I mean,
but to be fair, he did come up with a bit before you did, Keon.
This is true. I was hoping to compliment and skate by for a little bit, and I don't know why you've directed this back at me. But
did you come up with anything yet?
You know what?
You had like a 3-day weekend.
Yeah.
I was trying not to work this entire weekend. But
I see. No, you're right.
I mean, I wound up doing it anyway, but
being the new guy on the show at a new market with a new job, why would you bother doing anything?
Well, it's just a lot of pressure because I got to come up with a good idea. I got to come up with a
Have
good
you
bit.
heard this show? Just come up with an idea. Okay. Daylight Drew says, was surprised how well Arizona played against BYU. They may win 2 games. Maybe not just one. Just a Tip says Berg is an inspiration as a person, but that latest food post includes pizza dough, cheese, and candy corn. And he thought peanut butter and jelly egg thing drew hell. Oh, this ain't looking good for Berg. Yeah, Berg is just having fun. He's a foodie, and he also is enjoying all the people freaking out when he puts stuff up. But I'll be honest with you, I ain't gonna eat no candy corn and no food, but I did enjoy the egg with the peanut butter and jelly in it. He says, as an ASU fan, I'd like to suggest a tune for You Chalupa. It's a song by Wheeler Walker Jr. called "Still Ain't Sick of Bleeping You." Yeah, okay, just a tip. Thanks for that. Roll Tide Ryan says Chargers. We dealt with Norv Turner after 14-2 seasons, so I think us fans had it worse. I understand what he's saying.
He's trying to say that he's suffered through his share of bad coaches.
14-2 season sounds pretty good.
Yeah, well, that's the thing with Chargers management. They fired him after a good season.
Oh, I see what you're saying. We dealt him. Oh, I got you. Against the Spread says, by the way, fun fact, Nagy is bald and wears a visor in Chicago. Who the hell does that? I'll tell you who. A freaking loser. That's who.
Wow.
You know what? Strong argument.
Lost Toby says he needs more drugs to cope with the pain, I guess. Game sold out. Also, when I said I got the Bears, I meant the spread, which is plus 7.5. All right, so he's not picking them. He's working the spread. All right, more respect for you, Lost Toby. More respect. The Jets, let's see. That shouldn't happen. Thanks for the update on that. I'll have some people look into that. Senior Wake and Bake says ASU used the song AC/DC song on every third down called Third Thunder. Okay. No, it's not going to set off the damn seismograph, is it? Rattlers fan says, you guys funny. I'm not trying to get into radio. But I do want to talk about my beloved Rattlers for 30 seconds. And by the way, good trivia topical to what you're talking about. Take a good guess as the NFL coach with the most losses. The NFL coach with the most losses, like in history,
or current active NFL coaches.
Well, I know that Kingsbury's got 13 losses. He's 13, 18, and 1. And when we come back, let's talk about why he is on that hot seat. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
We're on a mission to connect every Arizona service member, veteran, and their families to the support and resources they deserve to make sure that there are no barriers to the benefits and services earned through service to our country. Find out how we can assist you in Arizona. Visit connectveterans.org or call 866-4AZ-VETS right now to learn more. This message is brought to you by the Arizona Coalition for Military Families, the Arizona Department of Veterans Services, and Arizona's Be Connected partners.
Let's just take that out of your mouth.
At Ping's Pre-K, the growing enrollment is no play date.
It's not a closet.
She needs more teachers certified in early childhood development.
Is it nap time yet? Lunch?
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. With Indeed Instant Match, we immediately show you quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed meet your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
The 2021 football season is underway, and the Sun Devils have big expectations for an exciting year. You won't want to miss a minute of the action, and the Sun Devils want to see the House of Heat rocking for every home game. Join us Saturday, September 11th for a showdown with the UNLV Rebels in Tempe. Let's see Sun Devil Nation back in full force this season. Season tickets and mini plans are still available, so secure your seats today at sundeviltickets.com. That's sundeviltickets.com.
500 apiece, you get to that fine for 500, 502 apiece, 1 that's what I had, 150.
The best weekly auction is right here in Arizona. It's only a click of the mouse away from great deals on almost everything. Visit liquidateaz.com for weekly auctions on everyday household items, antiques from around the world, sports and non-sports cards, memorabilia and autographs, comic books, comic character collectibles, Native American, pots, jewelry, rugs, and sterling silver. Liquidateaz.com weekly auctions is the place for great deals and works of art, gold and silver, coins and U.S. currency, gold and sterling jewelry, vintage LP vinyl records, vintage electronics, ham radio, RC cars, planes, and boats. Interested in antique clocks, watches, and timepieces, or a wide variety of sports equipment, including hunting, fishing lures, bowls, and gear. How about military collectibles, medals, uniforms, or helmets? All at liquidateaz.com. Looking to liquidate an estate? Liquidateaz.com can help with estate sales and consignment services. Liquidateaz.com for information.
NASCAR Championship Weekend returns to Phoenix Raceway November 5th through the 7th.
A wild season of unexpected will culminate in Phoenix with drivers putting it all on the line for their shot
And earning the title of NASCAR Cup Series champion.
featuring 4 championship races in 3 days.
Don't miss your chance to witness history from atop the grandstands as the action goes 5 wide into the iconic dog leg.
Or from up close with access to the fan-friendly infield experience.
Get your tickets to see the NASCAR Championship in person.
Go to phoenixraceway.com.
Hurry, tickets won't last much longer. We've got the Big P podcasts.
Fantastic.
Never miss your favorite hosts, that big interview, or your favorite show again.
That's just about the most fantastic scheme I've had to date.
Check out our podcast library. Download your favorite shows you want to hear and listen to it whenever and wherever you want. It's like audio magic.
My.
Get your ear on now at 1580thefanatic.com. Come on. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports, and we're only days away from the NFL season starting. Then you better get yourself on over to 1580thefanatic.com and click on the Harmon Solar NFL Fan Pick'em Contest link right there. It'll take you to another page that explains to you where you're going and the passwords you need and all that. Get registered in with the Gridiron Games and make sure you make your picks every week. You have a chance to win $1,580 courtesy of Harmon Solar. And they're also putting up a second place prize for $500. And of course, there'll be weekly prizes. And I'm sure that according to Radio Ron, there will be 30 packs of beer available. But,
hey, there we go. I like that.
But not for
Perfect.
kids. Not for kids.
Radio Ron, you could do. You just put my 30 pack in my office there. Yeah,
but you
thanks.
are not eligible to win, Randy.
Just go ahead and put it in the refrigerator in there, Radio. Thank you.
I'm tired of telling you this every time. You are not
What's that?
eligible to win. You are never going to be eligible to win for as long as you work for this radio station.
I have to win the 30 pack of beer. Oh,
Well,
I
he's
thought he
not
was
just
just
giving them out to the staff.
Well, I heard you say, and Radio Ron's got 30 packs of beer for everybody.
He's putting
And
one up.
I'm-
He's putting them up as prizes to go along with.
Oh, okay. All right, so it's back to this legal schmiegel because I'm an employee here. I can't win.
Yep.
Is that it?
And I also feel like you're sort of stalling me from talking about the Arizona Cardinals a little bit.
I don't think I am.
I think you are.
I don't think I am. The Cardinals, there's nothing to talk about. Here's nothing to see here, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, come on now. Don't be that down on the team. I mean,
No, I'm not down on the team at all. This team is ready to go. They are all lubed up and oiled over and ready to go.
I'm sorry, lubed up?
Yeah. They're firing on all pistons. They're ready to fly.
I don't think I want to see their
Listen,
Pistons lubed up.
My pick this
Just-
week will be one of the most epic beginning picks of the season ever. And you know I have pretty good picks.
Yeah, no, you do all right. You do all right.
This pick this week is going to be bombastic.
Okay. Well, we'll worry about our picks on Thursday.
Well, that's why I'm saying the Cardinals are the big red machine ready to go.
I ain't going to argue with you about your pick on a Tuesday, but I will talk about how Cliff Kingsbury absolutely got to be on that hot seat. You all wondered, well, what's it going to take for this guy to get fired? Because Michael Bidwell is so super slow.
We like to call it long suffering.
To fire anybody. I mean, he fired Steve Wilkes like that. That was a surprise.
Well,
But
that was a mistake.
other coaches and other GM. It's just, boy, he just takes forever. We can't believe Steve Keim survived for as long as he has. And now this Cliff Kingsbury, he was brought to town. And I'll tell you right now, false, bill of goods right there. He did
false advertising.
Yeah, there was no air raid offense. It's just some crap he said in a meeting that Bildwell's like, ooh, sounds amazing. And nothing. There's no air raid offense.
So
he lied.
Let me ask you guys, and I'm not saying I disagree with you that the time has come for Kingsbury to poo or get off the pot. But listen, what other coach would you rather see in here that's leading the big red machine?
I don't know. I got to go back
What
and
other
look
head
and see
coach?
who's available out there. There's got to be Bieniemy. Eric Bieniemy. How about that? That man, he's
Maybe.
somebody who you can't believe. There's got to be something that the public doesn't know, or it's ridiculous that he has not been given a job yet.
All right. This is my only knock on. I'm not saying Eric Bieniemy is not a good coach, and he probably would come in here.
Are you
and
going to
start
fat
winning.
shame him?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
All I'm going to say, the only thing I'm going to say is we just had a rookie head coach, and now we want to bring in Eric Bieniemy, another rookie head coach.
Timeout.
There's a little difference there.
Bieniemy has been in the NFL for a long time.
Yeah.
Cliff Kingsbury was a failed Big 12 coach.
Yeah, no, I understand.
And then he was, I'll be a coordinator for USC. And, look, I'm suddenly somebody. And that was it. Bieniemy has been in the NFL for long enough. You can't even consider him a rookie.
I mean, because clearly he has the NFL pedigree. He knows what it's like to be in an NFL locker room. He's been learning from Andy Reid, one of the best NFL coaches. I mean, he couldn't be more prepared for this job as opposed to Cliff Kingsbury, who'd never been an NFL coach before. And quite frankly, was a below average Big 12 coach when he was in college.
So you could do a lot worse than Eric Bieniemy.
I take no credit in bringing Cliff Kingsbury in here. But listen, all feelings aside here, after the Cardinals win every game this year and go to the damn Super Bowl and win that one and come home with the hardware, we should have this discussion again.
So then I guess at that point, then this discussion will be, he finally figured it out. Now Kingsbury is going to be a 20-year head coach for the Arizona Cardinals.
No, I don't think that's the case at all. I think they should fire his ass.
Even if they win the Super Bowl?
Damn right. You're damn right.
Because that makes no sense.
Hey, he didn't come in here and deliver the damn, what do you call that, air raid offense? He didn't deliver that.
I mean,
this has been a mishmash of failed college plays. And, no, he should be fired. Hey, here's your ring. Congratulations. You're fired.
They ran the air raid in college, and they scored lots of points with it, and he still lost games. At least give us the air raid here.
Plus the defense. So, Randy?
Well, and I don't think, listen, you know my feeling on Vance Joseph, but I'm going to stop all that negativity right here in you two guys can talk about Cliff Kingsbury from this point until the Cardinals either win the damn Super Bowl or are eliminated. It's all positivity from here on out.
All right. Well, let's be realistic about some things. The air raid offense is nothing without a good defense. Now, but that's not even relevant, I guess. Why has the air raid offense not been a thing that's shown up? Is that because grown-ass adults and grown-ass defensive coordinators know how to get ahead of an air raid offense? I mean, I don't even remember seeing him even do similar plays that you're talking about, Keon.
That's the thing. That's the thing that's absolutely crazy to me, because other coaches at least run air raid concepts, even if they don't run an air raid offense. Sean McVay runs air raid concepts. Kyle Shanahan runs air raid concepts. And then you hire a coach who primarily ran the air raid in college. He shows up, and I'm not seeing the air raid concepts. I'm not seeing them moving the receivers around and trying to figure out ways to scheme them open down the field. I'm not seeing it.
You know, I don't think that Cliff Kingsbury was hired for the air raid offense. I think he was hired because he once had lunch, with Ryan Seacrest from the Rams. I think
that's what it is.
Yeah.
I thought it was because he looked good in skinny jeans.
Well, I mean, I don't want to speak for another man.
I mean, come on now.
Just Tip says the only real problem with Eric Bieniemy is his personal past. Definitely some dirty laundry there. Oh, I wasn't aware of that. What kind of dirty laundry has he got?
Was it from Colorado when he was with Colorado?
No, that was Kobe. He'd be a great coach for Kyler Murray, says Just the Tip, and the Cardinals in general.
Yeah.
First Cav Mike says, what I would like to know is who thought, and I use the word thought loosely, that Cliff Kingsbury would be an NFL head coach.
Well, that would be Michael Bidwell and probably Steve Keim.
Smooth talking Cliff Kingsbury, I guess.
Apparently, because I mean, if you asked me, could a guy show up to an NFL franchise with a 35-40 record coming out of college and bag an NFL job, I'd have told you it was impossible.
Oh, hell no.
Well, look, I mean, let's be honest, guys. Let's play the game here as the game's supposed to be played. Cliff Kingsbury had a hot girlfriend at the time, and I'm sure he brought her to lunch. And Keim and Mr. Bidwell were probably smitten by her attractiveness, and
at least one of
they
them
didn't know what the hell was going on, and made a decision to go ahead and hire him. Come on,
sure.
Let's just play the game the way it was meant to be played, guys.
Yeah, okay. Let's see here. Roll Tide Ryan says, to clarify, they had Marty Schottenheimer as a coach, and then he was fired after a 14-2 season. Then we got Norv Turner. That's the clarity.
See that now
about the Chargers.
Now, right there, that's going to accentuate my point about bringing in an offensive coordinator who's been in the league for many years. You guys would say Norv Turner has been around the NFL for many, many, many years, right? And when he was brought in after Schottenheimer was let go unceremoniously after a 14-2 run with the Chargers, they brought in Norv Turner, and everybody thought he was going to be the offensive wizard that was going to give San Diego Superchargers at the time their first Super Bowl, and it did not work out, did it?
No.
Eric Bieniemy.
I'm saying you got to take a chance because it's not like when you hire a coach.
We took a chance on old what's his name? I can't even remember. He was here for so short a time. We took a chance on Cliff Kingsbury. I want somebody in here that has got a head coaching pedigree that can get this team going. Somebody get Parcells on the phone.
That might be going in the way, way, way back machine. Like, I don't know if Parcells is even willing to coach.
Oh, he'll do it. He'll do it.
As long as you got a guy who hold his IV bag for him.
No, that's true. No, I don't think that's his IV bag. I think that's his, what do you call that? Your pee bag there.
No, that one's lower.
Oh.
Boogie says, as a Lions fan, whenever people talk about having to deal with a bad head coach, I just laugh and think to myself, oh, you beautiful, clueless people. You don't know pain. You don't know pain.
That's true, Boogie.
Sorry.
Bless you.
Sorry, not sorry. Rough Rob says, I'm doing it for the 30 pack. I don't even care about the rest. Yeah,
See,
Rough Rob don't need the money.
I see, Rough Rob, I agree with you. I thought we were getting free 30 packs for some reason.
Nobody said that. I didn't say that. It was not even anywhere.
I think that I should go and see Radio Ron. I think he'll give me a 30 pack.
Baby Got Dak says, Randy, since I don't drink beer and Flying Monkeys is a beer snob, if I win any beer prizes, I will donate them to your office.
Excellent.
Hey, there you go.
My plan is working. Excellent.
Senior Wake and Bake says, ladies and gentlemen, the Road to Denial featuring Randy White and the Crapnels.
Boy, you just keep calling them Crapnels. What are you, 40 Whiner fan?
Senior Wake and Bake says, I think if the Cards don't make the playoffs, Dingleberry is history, and I think the Jags coach should take note that you can't win in the pros with college mind.
Yeah, I would agree with all of that that you said right there. However, I can't say that Dingleberry is going to get fired because it's all positivity. This is game week, ladies and gentlemen. I'm getting prepared for an epic win over Tennessee. We're moving on to Tennessee. That's where I'm at.
And you can win in college, or win in the NFL with a college mind. I mean, Pete Carroll came from USC and went to the Seahawks and had success over there. You just have to be the kind of coach who can come in and install your culture right away with grown men, and they have to respect you immediately.
We have a new texter here on the text line, and they've already named themselves.
Great.
Oh, wow.
Phoenix Sports Guru.
Phoenix Sports Guru.
But that's all they said. They didn't say hi. Nice to meet you.
Nice.
I've been listening. No, just Phoenix Sports Guru. Oh, okay.
All right.
Well, thank you.
First time, long time.
Oh, here we go. Now there's more. It says, let's face it. If we tried to emulate the Rams and McVay point blank, period, and that's just putting it nice. Oh, he didn't say if. He says, let's just face it.
Well,
we did try to do that.
I agree with you 100,000%. So far, you're a guru in my book. I agree with that. I think all three of us agree with that.
Well, that's what I said originally, that Cliff Kingsbury, I guess, was known to have once had lunch or at least happy hour with Sean McVay, and that's why he got the job.
I believe they're good friends, McVay and Kingsbury.
I wonder if they share skinny jeans. I don't know.
Could be.
Lost Toby says, "Hey, how do I get free beer?" Oh, see now. It's got to be a prize in something. We're not just handing out free beer, Lost Toby. Calm down. Phoenix Sports Guru says he couldn't win with Mahomes in college.
In the Big 12 against those defenses.
Yeah.
He had a losing record.
Well, that should be enough.
He was there in that miserable part of Texas. It's all oil fields and dirty air. What is that?
It's called Texas.
No, it's not El Paso. It's somewhere else. Anyway, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Rico Suave.
Hey, welcome back.
Says, what's up, fellas? My job has kept me from listening, but off early today and better than ever. Thanks, buddy. Good to hear from you.
Yeah.
Number one Rattler fan says, by the way, the answer was Don Shula has the most losses in history. You didn't ask that, or whoever asked this didn't ask that. They said, who's the coach with the most losses? Wait, I thought they were talking about last season.
Yeah, we never got the clarification on all-time or active coaches.
Yeah.
But number one Rattlers fan, you are correct, which is easy because you asked the question too. So, all right, must take break. Come on back, kids. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Football is starting soon, and your exclusive home for the NFL and Super Bowl 56. The Fanatic wants to make your business a part of the action. Advertise your business on all the primetime NFL games, Monday, Thursday, and Sunday during the regular season. Here's the game plan. Your custom-produced radio commercial will air 2, even 3 times in every game. Plus, your business is branded during dozens of weekly NFL promos on the station, Stream app, and website. And you'll get commercial reads live during our morning and afternoon drive shows each week promoting your business. Don't forget about special teams. Your business gets 5 extra daily spots throughout the week and matching spots on our live stream website and on the 1580 The Fanatic Sports app. Plus, you can play defense against your competition and lock them out with our category exclusive option play. All this for the best deal ever. Now, even your small business can play with the pros. Go to 1580thefanatic.com for all the info and details. Is your business ready for football season? Go to 1580thefanatic.com and get in the game today.
NASCAR Championship Weekend returns to Phoenix Raceway November 5th through the 7th.
A wild season of unexpected will culminate in Phoenix with drivers putting it all on the line for their shot
and earning the title of NASCAR Cup Series champion.
Featuring 4 championship races in 3 days.
Don't miss your chance to witness history from atop the grandstands as the action goes 5 wide into the iconic dog leg.
Or from up close with access to the fan-friendly infield experience.
Get your tickets to see the NASCAR Championship in person.
Go to PhoenixRaceway.com.
Hurry, tickets won't last much longer.
Hey guys, Jeffrey O'Brien here. And listen, we've all been hearing about Valley Medical weight loss for quite some time now. We've been hearing about how easy they make it to lose weight and keep it off. And we've been hearing about how convenient it is to visit one of their 3 Valley locations. And I've heard these other guys on the radio station here have success. Yeah, I've heard about it too. So I've joined in and I've already lost 6 pounds in just a couple of weeks. I am so glad I gave Valley Medical weight loss a try, and you will be too. Check them out at valleymedicalweightloss.com. And remember, mention Fanatic and you'll get your first week free.
AZ Preps 365 is your headquarters for all things high school sports in Arizona. Brett Quintine, James Mello, and Jose Garcia keep you up to speed with all the action, highlights, interviews, and insider information for the prep sports scene. You need to tune in to AZ Preps 365 every Saturday morning from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on your new home for sports, 1580 and 99.3. The Fanatic. And always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
Hey guys, it's Stephen McCollum from the Main Event here on 1580 The Fanatic. Coming up on Wednesday at 1 p.m., Wednesday brings us 24 hours away from the opening of the NFL season. We'll start looking at the NFL season and give predictions. I'll get you updated on all the player news leading into the weekend. Also, college football and Major League Baseball news. So join me, Stephen McCollum, on the Main Event. Wednesday, 1 p.m. on 1580, 99.3 FM, The Fanatic.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K24EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
It's time for the third People settle down.
Because it's time. Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
Alrighty, 5 o'clock, everybody. It's the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, Radio Pound, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. We got Keon Rose in there pushing the buttons, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. And it is now time to talk about who's going to be in, who's going to be out, what the current situation is with some of your fantasy football players. I don't know. We should call this Injury Watch. I don't know. This just seems like it. Look, I came up with another name for a bit before Keon even thought of one.
So this is, what do you call this now?
Injury Watch, like Baywatch.
Injury Watch.
We should play the Baywatch theme song. And I can say it's Injury Watch.
Baywatch theme song.
Yeah, I don't even know what it was. I never watched the show when it was on. It seemed like a really dumb show. Everybody was like, dude, you got to watch this show. And I'm like, no, I don't.
I don't think anybody remembers what Baywatch sounds like.
Yeah.
And we're watching it for the sound.
I don't know.
Let me see here if I can find.
Well, while you will look for that, I'll start Injury Watch. Yeah. Yes, it would be nice if we had some music.
Have some sort of Injury Watch music. Something like, I don't know, maybe something like this.
Well, it kind of a slow start there, doesn't it? It's almost as if somebody's supposed to be running in slow motion and jiggling all over the place.
Yeah, this is the Baywatch theme right here.
Yeah. Maybe if we do this, it should start where it kicks in. Does it kick in, or is it all slow motion jiggle running?
Right there it is.
This is as kick in as it gets.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody, it's time for Injury Watch.
I don't think it's going to work, do you?
No. Yeah, forget it.
All right, let's just go back to, go ahead and say Injury Watch. Go ahead, I'm ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Injury Watch. That sounds kind of...
Like that?
That sounds like Crime Watch.
Kind of like dramatic and...
No, I'm not liking that.
Liking
sounds
this?
like about ready to go on a stakeout or something.
Yeah, it's like America's Most Wanted.
Yeah. All right, let's try... go ahead, say it again.
Time for Injury Watch. That's that's
sort of epic.
No,
it's a little too epic for you.
Yeah, a little too inspirational, and we're talking about guys being injured.
Yeah.
They're not going to be able to.
Right,
Sorry,
people
guys.
being hurt and stuff.
I don't know. How about maybe something like?
This? No, that's
Injury Watch.
Pretty sure that's a soap opera theme song. There,
Yeah, Days of Our Lives.
Injury Watch.
Yeah. No. Okay.
No, I don't think we're loving that one.
All right. That's a little too.
Yeah. No.
No, not like it. That's all I got this hour.
All right,
here.
well, I guess we'll work on it later.
Maybe this.
No.
Again,
it's no.
You sure?
Well,
Because it's got some, a little maybe overtones of ER or something in there.
No, I'm not
No?
feeling this at all. No. Maybe we don't need music.
All right.
Maybe we don't need music. It's all right. We don't need music for everything, right? That's fine. All right. So here's the situation. So have your fantasy football players in mind. J.K. Dobbins gone for the season because of his torn ACL, and at least one team in every fantasy football league is like screwed. And I thought it was pretty funny when I saw they were working out Le'Veon Bell, that Moist One, who had J.K. Dobbins, ran out and grabbed him. All he had done so far is worked out. By the way, have they signed him yet today? Is Le'Veon Bell now a Raven? Did they? Is there
I've
any
not
news?
seen anything?
And I don't think there's going to be, because Le'Veon Bell is done, if you ask me. So I'd be surprised. But everybody running like crazy to grab Le'Veon Bell just for the chance. One of the saddest things I've seen in fantasy football this year.
And to be clear, even if they sign Le'Veon Bell, he will be
disappointment,
a locker room guy. I'm sure he'll be fine at that. He'll be used sparingly.
Le'Veon Bell, I thought was a pretty good project pick last year when he was with the Chiefs, and that was disappointing. I actually think I lost a game or two trying to play him, and if I'd played somebody else, I'd have done better. So, wow, okay. Le'Veon Bell working out for the Ravens should not excite you or anybody else. Devontae Freeman, however, I don't know. Should we be interested in that? I don't know.
In Devontae Freeman?
Yeah.
I just don't know how much any of these guys, they're going to be third stringers, no matter which one. Because, I mean, Devontae Freeman is a guy, his best year that he ever had in his career was 2012.
Yeah, so let it go, Moist One, and everybody else who had J.K. Dobbins. You're not going to find any surprise gold in who the Ravens are at least looking at the moment.
You'd be better off finding somebody already on a roster who may be underused, who may actually pop up as an injury replacement on the team that they're already on.
Number one Rattlers fan says the rookie running back in Baltimore is Tay Williams. You should go grab him as soon as possible. Oh, I wish we hadn't said that out loud. I didn't want Moist One to have that. Somebody in the Premier League, go grab him just to piss him off.
Scrambling over to his computer.
Yeah, if he's still around later, I might just get him just to be funny. Phoenix Sports Guru says, like the NASCAR guy said, fire him tomorrow. We don't need another week one. Okay. Phoenix Sports Guru must be new to the show. NASCAR guy is Randy. That's Randy. I'm
That's
Jeffrey.
Yeah.
Keon is in there. He's the new guy. So Rex Terra says 60-minute stopwatch is what you should play. No, not feeling that one either. Lost Toby says injury watch theme, bodies by drowning pools. Oh, Lord. I actually think I like that, to be honest. Saquon Barkley will be decided later in the week. There's still no word.
Yeah.
No, still no word. And I know who has Barkley in our league. Is that you?
Oh, no, it's not me. I was afraid of him for this reason. I just don't know when he's going to play.
A lot of people passed on him. He did drop farther down, as far as what position he might have been picked. But they're saying they'll. I think he's going to play though. When you think he's going to play, it feels like he's going to play. But they're saying, and I don't know who Joe Judge thinks he's kidding with his gamesmanship. He's going to play. I would almost guarantee he's going to play. But, game time decision. Clyde Edwards-Helaire and Darrell Williams, they are expected to play for the Chiefs on Sunday. They did get some practice in. Helaire had sprained his ankle back in the preseason game with the Cardinals. And Williams, I don't know what he did. What was wrong with Williams? I don't know. Whatever the case, those guys are back in case you care, and even if you don't. Hunter Henry, going to play Sunday.
I think he has to, yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be a welcome return.
Yeah, he injured his shoulder back on August 8th, and he didn't play any in the preseason. But Hunter Henry, is he bustish? I feel like he's busty. Okay, that didn't come out right. He's
you think Hunter Henry is busty?
I think he may be up for a bust season if you grabbed him in fantasy football.
I mean, he's in New England with the Patriots, and they're going to use a lot of tight ends. And, of course, the tight end is a young quarterback security blanket. So there's a potential there for Hunter Henry to give you a lot if he stays healthy, which has always been a problem with him.
Do we know what kind of quarterback Mac Jones is going to be yet, really? Is he that guy who's going to be trying to do the Belichick bidding where you do go after that tight end on a fairly regular basis? Or is this going to be a guy who, because he's a rookie, is going to end up handing off that football an awful lot instead and maybe taking some slot passes?
I mean, he's going to hand the ball off a lot. Like, there's just no getting around that. But in those cases where you're in the red zone and you're trying to change things up and you run some play action, you're going to have a Hunter Henry, but also Jonnu Smith on the team. And so maybe Jonnu Smith, the other tight end, takes some touches away from Hunter Henry that way too.
Mm-hmm. Phoenix Sports Guru says, Randy, I apologize. Yeah, but Randy knows that Dingleberry is fraudulent, but so do you, Jeffrey. Well, yes. I think we all know.
Yes.
I think we all know.
Yeah.
By the way, somebody thinks that Phoenix Sports Guru is Big Steve's burner account.
Why would Big Steve need a burner?
I don't know. But, I'm intrigued. Hefty Lefty says the beginning of the song is perfect for when what? Okay. No, Hefty Lefty. Just a Tip says there's nothing wrong with watching Pamela Anderson run on a beach in a tiny swimsuit.
Have you seen her lately? Yes, there is.
Well, I mean, when you watched the 90s, I mean, Listen, there's a lot of plastic on the beaches now. And in the 90s, there was a lot of plastic on the beach when Pamela Anderson was running down the beach in slow motion. So,
Well, yeah.
Rusty Nut says, I watched Baywatch for 35 seconds. I couldn't believe how terrible it was. Boy, did that show suck. Prison Wallet says, well, let's see. Yes, I do. In fact, there was a conversation about that, Prison Wallet. I do need to make a new Valley Medical weight loss spot. I've been busy. Yes, but it was more than 6 pounds. And I'll talk about it in the commercial. Anyway, let's talk about now the COVID angle of the injury watch. COVID, not going to call it an injury, but it is something that you have to worry about with your fantasy football team. I don't know. Maybe it's a good news, bad news kind of thing. I don't know if he had the Delta variant or not, but Tom Brady, it turns out, had the COVID already.
Wow.
He had COVID back in February. And nobody even knew about it. But you know what? It's in the off season. So what somebody goes through medically is none of your damn business, is it? And I have no problem with not knowing that he had that. But because the Buccaneers are 100% vaccinated, that means that since then he has gotten vaccinated. My question is, I wonder if he had the variant or not. So, he might be in a pretty good situation now, having gone through that. As long as it didn't affect his breathing or, again, we already know not a very mobile quarterback. So I don't think he's going to be out of breath very often. So I think he'll be fine. But that was, it wasn't a shock because I remember watching the Super Bowl parade. Remember when he was drunk and his buddy was holding him up and he's like, hey, and there was a huge crowd and you're like, well, that's a super spreader. Yeah, turns out, I guess it was.
Yeah,
guess it was. By the way, Tom Brady is complaining about the jersey number again. What I love about a guy saying, well, this is a big disadvantage to the offense. All this new jersey number rule it's a big advantage to the defense. And it's not right. Oh, you mean like deflating the football? Maybe is a big advantage to your throwing. Okay. Yeah. Maybe you're not the guy to talk about stuff, you big fat cheater. Anyway, he says, literally guys changed their numbers today. So I'm playing 2 guys who had different numbers in the preseason. He says, now you got to watch film so you know who you're studying, but then so do the running backs. And you got to figure out who are we blocking? Who are we going after? Which guy is this guy now? He's got a different number. And you know what? So what, Tom Brady? Toughen up, Buttercup.
It's just the idea of an offensive guy complaining about a disadvantage to the offense while defensive guys have just been catching loss after loss after loss. The pass interference rules favor the offense. The fumble rules favor the offense. If you have control or not going to the ground, it all favors the offense. And for once they make a rule that favors the defense. And of course, there's a quarterback crying about it somewhere.
Yeah, somebody get that guy a puppers. That's what I'm saying. This guy needs the STFU and stop whining like a little crybaby, Tom Brady. Yeah, chill out, man.
And he's the one that's going to do most of the crying because Tom Brady's been playing in the league long enough to go, well, this isn't the way it used to be. Someone find my dentures. He's just that's just what he is at this particular point.
Yeah. And of course, he just goes on like that old man. Here, I'll do it in that voice, right? So you got one guy's got a 6 and another guy's got an 11 and another guy's got a 9. And they change every play when you break your routes and get to your spot. It's going to be challenging. It'll be a good advantage for the defense. Well, that's what it is right there. It'd be like saying, what if I left the offensive lineman wear 82 and maybe a number 9? Oh, they wouldn't know who's eligible. Oh, that's not fair. Oh, you get your tail kicked. That's what happened. Oh, my God. I'm not even.
That's what it sounds like.
That's actually what he said. I just threw the voice on it. Oh, at least identify who the D-line is, the linebackers and safeties. Oh, you're going to have a lot of matchups where guys are blocking wrong guys. Oh, I don't know what it should be.
It's just old man yelling at cloud.
Wow. Well, toughen up, Buttercup. That's just the way it is now. Speaking of COVID, I'm sure you guys have heard this. Former Phoenix Suns player Cedric Ceballos is in the ICU right now, battling the COVID. He's been in there for 10 years. And I remember
10 years? He's been in the ICU for 10 years?
10 days. Feels like years.
What the hell?
He had COVID 10 years ago, and he's been fighting it this entire time.
As soon as he got done playing for the Sons of the Lakers, he went right to the ICU and just
patient number one.
But no, he used to like to hang out. You know, they had good TVs and they had cable, so he'd hang out. Now he got the COVID. Now it's like weird. It's like I've been here for a long time, and now I have to be here.
I've never gotten sick here before.
I meant to say 10 days,
Yeah.
and you know, he's still battling it out there, and he's nowhere near done with that battle. But that is just something we have just found out about. So best wishes to Cedric Ceballos in that. Now, on the other end of that, the Titans have activated Ryan Tannehill from the COVID reserve list. So there you go, Randy. Your opponent will be ready to go.
Just in time to get his ass beat by the Cardinals defense.
That's one way of looking at it. Yeah,
he's my starting quarterback, Ryan Tannehill.
So he's gonna have to spend more time on the ground on his butt than he is throwing a football.
I was just gonna say, thank God I don't have to start Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Who's your backup?
Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Oh no, Keon, why would you do that?
Why?
See, that's a huge. Let me just repeat to everybody what needs to be repeated. In your NFL fan picks, do not choose your home team. And if you know there's no chance. In fantasy football, do not use players from your favorite team.
No,
you know there's no chance.
No, I got
Why would you draft him as a backup? You know you might end up needing him.
That is correct, and he's the kind of quarterback he can put up points. I mean, I started to remember the run of quarterbacks happened, and then Ryan Tannehill was my QB1. He's a QB2 for most people, and I drafted Ryan Fitzpatrick with the last pick in the draft. He was the best available quarterback.
Seriously?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know. I think I could go on there and find somebody better.
I just saw somebody better, so that swap will be happening. But I just didn't want to announce it to the world.
Do not be precious about your favorite team when it comes to picking your picks or picking your players for fantasy football, because I've seen people lose doing that over and over. And some people say, I can't play fantasy football. Why? Well, I think James, who works here at the station, says that. He's a big Packers fan. He's like, because I can't pick people against my team. I'm like, it's not like the team's gonna find out and write you a stern letter saying, you son of a bitch. They're not going to know.
How dare you?
Listen, I pick against my Colts on a regular basis in the picks contest, and doesn't mean I'm not a Colts fan. I want them to win. God knows I always want to be wrong about those picks, but hey, you trying to win a picks contest, or you trying to be a homer? You trying to win fantasy football, or you trying to be a fan? You just, be smart, guys.
I do overwhelmingly avoid division rivals if I can.
See, again, that
can't do it.
You're not even listening right now.
I know what you just said, but it in my soul, I can feel it just in here.
Mm-hmm.
If I have to root for an Eagle or a Cowboy or a Giant, I'm gonna hurt something. I can't do it. Like I just physically can't do it.
And that is why you lose.
I mean, you lose. I mean, that's not what Siege said, but
no, what Siege said, you have the best team outside of your situation with quarterbacks. If you take care of that quarterback situation, then you may have a chance. And with that, nobody in the Premier League trades Keon for a quarterback. Period. End of it. I'll veto every single one. All right, that's not true. That's not true. If it's not a good trade, I'll veto it. But still, your quarterbacks suck.
I mean, if Ryan Tannehill doesn't suck, he just has a lower ceiling than, some of the more elite guys that are out there. Wasn't my first choice, but of course, all of my first choices were drafted by the time I got to it. It's okay. It's a PPR league. I drafted running backs and receivers while all
I love how he's trying to talk himself.
We're drafting quarterbacks.
Yeah, Keon, but if you had read the point structure of the Daily Blender Fantasy Football Leagues, there has been more weight put towards the quarterback position than in most PPR leagues.
But you got a lot of quarterbacks that are projected to score around 25, 30 points. I found one later.
You are adorable. You actually look at projections. Oh my God, isn't he cute? Oh my God, look at the little child. Oh,
I know that you and your team are not laughing at me right now.
I just want to pinch your little cheeks. Oh,
all right.
He's looking at projections.
All
right.
You're going to get in trouble, Jeffrey.
You live by projections, you die by projections. No, listen, I'm not saying my team's better than his or going to beat his, but if you're going by projections,
I don't just mean the NFL.com projections, though. I'm looking at the fantasy football magazines and so on.
I know he bought one fantasy football magazine, had a great draft. Now he thinks he's an expert. Come on, Keon.
I didn't say I was an expert. Just that I waited too late to draft a quarterback and got a guy with decent value.
You know what? We're late for a break. Can I borrow your magazine? It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
We're on a mission to connect every Arizona service member, veteran, and their families to the support and resources they deserve. If you or someone you know needs assistance with benefits, health care and wellness, employment, or housing, visit connectveterans.org or call 866-4AZ-VETS right now to learn more. This message is brought to you by the Arizona Coalition for Military Families, the Arizona Department of Veterans Services, and Arizona's Be Connected partners.
This is Aaron Warby, host of the Bulls and the Bears Radio Hour. In the show, we try to teach the tools, rules, and strategies that traders and investors need to do better with their wealth and portfolio income. But most of the time, an hour is just not long enough. At Online Trading Academy, we believe that the average person should be given the tools, rules, and strategies that Wall Street's elites have been using for years to outperform others. Are you one of the millions that have recently established a trading account? Or have you always wanted to trade or take a more active role in guarding and growing your own wealth, but have not had the know-how or confidence? We want to invite you out to a complimentary 3-hour power trading and investing workshop, where you'll learn what it is that the professionals use to limit their risks and maximize their possible gains in both trading and investing. To register, call 8448-TRADER. That's 844-887-2337, or text the word stocks to 25029. Again, that's stocks to 25029. Reserve your seat now.
If you're considering refinancing or getting a home loan, listen up. This is Dale Hellestray, and when you need a mortgage, the team I use is led by my good friend, Jeff Locks. And here's why. Jeff and his team negotiate with over 50 lenders to find the best possible deal. Your home has gone way up in value over the past year, so why not utilize your home equity to reduce your monthly expenses or even pay off some debts? Interest rates are still at all-time lows, and if you obtained your current mortgage prior to 2020, you can save a lot of money. Here's the best part. There's absolutely no lender fees. Jeff is truly Arizona's low-cost lender with over 30 years of experience. So call Jeff Locks, and if Jeff can't save you money, you'll get a free $50 Amazon gift card. This is a winning play, so call Jeff today, 480-202-0692. That's 480-202-0692.
Jeff Locks, NMLS number 1003782, National Mortgage License number 181106, Bear Financial Group, AZMB-0904774, Equal Housing Opportunity.
If you're not spending every waking moment checking us out online,
you better have a good excuse.
Yeah. We've loaded up our website with the stories, pics, video, podcast, commentary, and more. The kind of stuff you love.
Hey, it takes a lot of time to post all this junk.
And you'll love every bit of it. Very well.
Or at least most of it.
It appears that the website has become alive.
Hit it now.
It's on the internet.
1580, thefanatic.com.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. On Thursday, we will share with you our NFL Week 1 picks and have Siege, the fantasy football expert, with us. Oh, no. Most every week it'll be Thursdays. This week, because he's in Vegas doing a thing, it'll be Wednesday. And we promise we'll get his little audio issue taken care of. He says he got himself a new microphone and all that. So, oh, crap. I got the coughing hiccups.
Uh-oh. I hate when I get the coughing hiccups.
During the break, I had some water go down the wrong pipe, and the result is a coughing hiccup. Every time I cough, a hiccup.
Ever happen to you, Keon? Coughing hiccups?
Yeah. I mean, they're the worst.
Really? Oh, yeah. I hate that. You know what the cure is for that?
Whiskey?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll go get some.
Yeah.
I had the coughing hiccup burp fart. I actually did the quadrifecta. Quadrifecta? I don't even know it.
The quadfecta.
I had the quadrophenia. That's what it was.
Oh.
Anyways, got to stop everything for this. Good Cat says, I have a serious man card question.
Uh-oh.
All right, good cat. Get on with it. I guess we'll just wait for his text. Well, we'll come back to that. I thought he had.
All right.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's get caught up on the text line here. Slop Tart says Baywatch is a lot better if you turn off the sound. You know, kind of like Monday Night Football. By the way, Tessitore was calling the Notre Dame game. And I'm just like, shut up. I have decided it wasn't just the Monday Night Football broadcast. I do not like Joe Tessitore. I think he sucks.
I thought he did a good job. Like college football is where I think he ought to be. I liked him better there.
So hokey. Maybe it's because college fans like the hokiness. They call it pageantry. But he was so hokey in that thing. Lost Toby says Busty Hunter Henry. He just sent me a picture of Hunter Henry.
Yeah.
He photoshopped Hunter Henry's face onto a cheerleader.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Did you do that, Lost Toby? That was pretty quick. Nicely done. Let's see. Last Optimist says, I thought in the interview that Brady said he caught it from a family member, not from the party. Okay, if you want to believe that, you can. He also says he didn't crush his cell phone or inflate a football. All right now. Ukla the Mock says, hey, Randy. Hey, Keon. Radio enemy. I don't know why he thinks I'm his enemy.
Is that Ukla again?
No.
Sup, Ukla?
Yeah. Baker's Cocky Hen says Brady probably had it while on the boat, which is why he seemed so out of it.
No, I think the tequila was the reason why he seemed so out of it.
Avocado tequila will bleep you up. I'll tell you that.
Apparently.
Oscar Ray says, wait, you can change your jersey number when you want if you're on defense? Well, I mean, not like in between plays.
Yeah, I think this jersey change, this number change is one time only.
Mm-hmm.
It's the fact that they're allowing defensive players to use the single digits and to be numbers that they weren't had available before.
I think it's why?
Yeah.
More money for the NFL. That's why. Let's see. Phoenix Sports Guru says, remember when Arians used to act all tough? Now Brady tells them what to do and how to do it. I don't know. I haven't seen Arians seem less tough. I mean,
didn't Bruce Arians last year throw Tom Brady under the bus when they lost their second game of the season?
I think he picked him up over his head and threw him under the bus.
Yeah, when Bruce was wearing those, what do you call them? Those stretchy pants.
Yeah, the compression tights.
And he didn't have any shorts over them.
Yeah,
he had the what do you call? They're not just tights. They're
compression.
But Miss Kim knows what they are.
Pantyhose?
No, they're the girls wear them all the time. Spanx.
Oh, he was wearing some Spanx.
He's wearing them damn Spanx.
No,
he didn't have no shorts on over them. Okay,
Those
that was
were
not very manly.
No, listen, they weren't Spanx. They were compression stockings because of health issues. But even then, not a manly look. No, not at all. And you know what? He didn't care, which almost made it more manly, to be honest.
Well,
not very comfortable for me optically when I went to training camp, and I'm sitting there that close going, oh, come on, man. Why? Just a pair of shorts. That just Halfy Lefty says the football gods always know when you pick against your team. Don't think the football gods care that much, my friend. He says, by the way, I only ever needed 35 seconds to watch Baywatch when I was younger, if you know what I mean. Boogie says, is the Premier League 6 points for throwing a touchdown and the rest of the leagues are standard 4 points? I noticed that difference between this year and last year. No, all leagues have the exact same standings and changes. Everything that I did in Premier League is duplicated across. Now I went there and I did it and followed along. So if I missed something or messed something up, I'm not going to say that's not impossible. I am a human being, you know. But if you notice any inconsistencies, please let me know and I will check into it. He says, up to 2 years ago, I always used to draft Aaron Rodgers just so one player, that one player and I still want championships. Okay, that kind of fell apart, Boogie. Just Tip says, Keon, love your new Twitter banner pic. That dude is from Tucson, you know. Oh, wait, what are you talking about?
What? He's putting a U Chalupa guy up?
Did I
I'm going to go see.
When did I change it to?
Dude, you need to know. I think he says we were giving him a hard time about that WNBA player that he had a crush on.
About Tina Charles.
Tina Charles, Charles Nelson Riley.
No. Yeah, no.
The guy in the picture is wearing a Texans.
Yeah, he is from Tucson that I discovered while I was.
Oh, he's from Tucson.
Yeah, but he's playing at Texas.
Mm-hmm.
So I did not put up a Chalupa player.
That's he's not. Yeah, he's a guy who's smart enough to get his ass out of Tucson. Right?
Yes.
Yeah. I'll allow it. Lost Toby says, "Thank you. I'm great at cell phone Photoshop. Oh, even more impressive. You did that on a cell phone. Well done, Last Toby. Nicely done." Ukle the Mock says, "Oh my God, I may actually agree with you about Tessitore. He was so awful, and so was McElroy, by the way." Who's McElroy?
McElroy is the analyst, former
he played at
Alabama quarterback.
NASCAR Nick says, "Jeffrey, what's your prediction on Sam Ellinger being the starting quarterback in Indy?" Well, he's not going to be because Carson Wentz is going to be playing. You guys you're not going to upset me, Nick. Nice try. It's not.
I don't know if he's trying to upset you. I think he just wants his Longhorns to be out there in the league. He wants the Longhorns to go.
Yeah, I appreciate that, but you scared me, and I actually brought up the news feed as quick as I could, going, "Are you kidding me?
Is he?"
Yeah, Ellinger, he's a smart kid, and doesn't really have a cannon for an arm, but you've promised me he's a beast. When Carson Wentz gets injured and we need Ellinger, I'm looking forward to seeing what he does. I'm not looking forward to W's, but I'm looking forward to seeing what he does in a real game situation. I mean,
he was really good at Texas.
Hefty Lefty says, "Hey, how come you nerfed the kickers this year, but implemented a bunch of bonuses for yardage and long touchdowns? You just wanted more scoring? Did Manfred make these rules? What's going on?" I don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean I nerfed the kickers?
Didn't the kickers get more value in this year's league?
I kind of felt like they did.
Because I thought that's what Rosalie Michaels said.
Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about, Hefty Lefty. Which league are you in? Is he in our league?
Hefty Lefty? I don't think so.
Okay. Let me know and I'll check it. But yeah, I mean, there doesn't need to be ridiculous points for kickers. I don't know. By the way, Ezekiel Elliott is upset that Zach Martin has got the COVID, and he's like, "Man, that was the best player on our offense right there."
I would agree.
Yeah, I'm sure Dak Prescott's not happy about that. Really?
If you compliment an offensive lineman, I think everybody's okay.
Well, Zach wasn't the only one. I know Zach is somewhat, of a dim bulb on different occasions.
Mm-hmm.
But Jerry Jones has said the same thing on Dallas radio. He said this loss of this lineman, he's potentially our best offensive player.
Well, CeeDee Lamb also had the COVID, and turns out he just finally got his sense of taste back, by the way. He was brushing his teeth, and he's like, "Oh, I can taste it. I can taste it." So he's very happy about that.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. All right. So that's the end of the at least the immediate injury information and COVID stuff. A lot of people still wondering what's going to happen with Cam Newton. I'll tell you right now exactly what's happening. Nothing.
It's going to go on a long vacation.
Yeah, nobody's going to pick him up. Nobody's going to pick him up.
It'll be an emergency when that happens.
Bill Belichick said, Cam Newton gave us everything he had. I have nothing but positive thoughts and feelings for Cam Newton. But everything he had sucked. Mac Jones is teaching the veteran quarterback the playbook like the cure chief on his head. It was a bit of a red flag. Right now, our future is the smart one, Mac Jones.
Mac Jones.
Mac Jones. That was a sad story to see. Mac Jones was teaching Cam Newton the playbook.
I don't know how much I buy that, just because I've seen NFL films where Cam Newton is mic'd up before. He's clearly breaking down the plays in the huddle. So it's not like Cam doesn't know.
Maybe he got football. The COVID brain fog.
Maybe.
Because he could not grasp it. And if you got a rookie sitting there going, no, Cam, it's like this. And this is not just Mac Jones saying this. This is widely reported that Cam Newton was having problems with the playbook. The same playbook he had last season. Okay. So whatever the excuse or reason is for why he is not grasping it now, maybe it was more complicated than playbooks he had in the past, because Belichick does do a lot of cheating. And so there's a lot of looks in that book.
Yeah.
But that is a very bad look when the rookie is like, no, Cam, here, let me show you. Here's how it works. All right. He goes long, and this person goes over here by the bushes, and I'll hit you over here. When he's showing Cam Newton the plays on his hand, saying, no, this is how this works. It's not a good look.
No, it's not. I don't know. I'd have to see more on that. I just don't know if I believe that. I just have trouble believing that a guy who went to a Super Bowl, won an MVP, has played 10 years in the league, and suddenly he needs a rookie to explain and break down the plays for him.
Keep in mind, okay, the Panthers playbook may not have been very complicated. In fact, Rivera may have dumbed down that playbook, which could be a reason why it was only a matter of time before everybody in the league figured Cam Newton out and that offense and was able to shut him down, force him to run. And then what happened? Bam, he got hurt.
I mean, he got hurt. And like the year after they go to the Super Bowl, he has like the season ending shoulder. I don't know that necessarily explains why he got hurt.
Simple playbook.
Maybe, but we don't know that. That's just a guess.
I just love aggravating Keon.
I promise I'm not aggravated. I think
you're a little aggravated.
Oh, no. Keon, don't say that out loud. Please don't say that out loud.
Like, I really don't think I am, but okay. Take from it what you will.
NASCAR Nick says, don't talk crap about my Panthers. How good are they now?
Panthers is currently constructed.
How good are they? In fact, enjoy probably the only win, unless they play the Jets twice. Yeah, enjoy the only win you might actually get this weekend, NASCAR Nick.
I think the Panthers have a bright future because I do think Matt Rule, their head coach, is a really good coach, but you're starting Sam Darnold on purpose.
The bobblehead against the Jets. That's got to be the worst thing you've ever seen. They're like, we got rid of him. Oh, crap, he's back. Well, no ratings here. Big George says, let's see, is that impersonation of Bill Belichick the same as Joe Biden, but when he whispers? Hefty Lefty says, League One. Okay, he's giving me scores, but my mouse is not working. I'm trying to, there we go. Nobody cares about the scoring of our fantasy football leagues, Hefty Lefty, but I will go back and take a look at it. What league are you in? I'll make sure it's uniform, because if it's uniform, then the answer is just going to be yes. Just the Tip says there are multiple sources about Mac Jones helping Cam Newton out, Keon. Photos, off the record quotes, that sort of thing.
Mac Jones.
Cam Newton can't learn offensive playbook quickly, can't throw to a spot, he can't run, so he's done. Nothing to do with an ego as to why he's not getting a job. Just he's done as a quarterback.
Yeah, I 100% agree that he's done. I'm not arguing for Cam Newton being anywhere in the league. Ever since his shoulder, he's been even less accurate than he was before. That's going to be a problem.
Thunder Snow says, Keon, you are totally aggravated. Can I just tell you what it is? I don't think he's aggravated as much as he's triggered.
Am I triggered?
I think you're triggered.
What does that even mean in this context?
I think it means you're aggravated.
Okay. Well,
I think it's the same thing.
I just wanted to make sure that we were on the same page.
You are aggravatedly triggered. How's that?
There are things that can aggravate me.
What are those things?
You haven't found them.
Please tell me what those are.
When you get there on your own.
Like this?
Look, that's not helping, but that's not it.
I just went horns down on him.
That's not helping, but that's not it.
Good Cat says, finally, boy, it took him like 10 minutes to text in his man card violation. He says, is it a man card violation to give up drinking so I can lose some weight? No, not at all. And it's also not a man card violation to give up drinking. It's not a man card violation if you don't drink. There's no requirements to drink to be manly. There are some unmanly drinks, but if you decide what's best for your health and for your life is to not drink, you go, Good Cat. You do what you got to do, man. And listen, good luck to you and losing the weight there. All right, we got to take a break. We come back, got a couple more texts sitting here on the text line, and we got your Big George's sports history on the way, too. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Contractors, listen up. This is Bruce Jacobs. Are you missing out on jobs due to lack of bonding? When your current bonding holds you back, call Arizona's #1 bond managers at Constructors Bonding. They have the market relationships and expertise to take you where you want to go. serving all types of contractors of any size and license in all states. When you need better bonding, call Dave McKee at Constructors Bonding, 602-432-5929, or visit cbialliance.com.
8-Out presents Terrifying Jobs.
Bull Rider, take two.
Today we're talking with Clifford Maxwell, a rodeo bullfighter. His job? Distract raging bulls from going after thrown riders. Cliff, this seems like a really terrifying job. Why do you do it?
I love protecting the bull riders when they get bucked up.
How big are these bulls?
12 to 2,200 pounds of pure muscle.
You're not cowed by any of this, obviously. Is there anything that scares you?
Yeah. Distracted drivers terrify me.
This message is brought to you by 8-Out, the ABA, and this station.
Are you looking for a rewarding new career? Join the United States Postal Service and apply for roles nationwide. Serve your community with pride and receive benefits, including competitive pay and opportunities for advancement. Whether you're looking for full-time, part-time, or seasonal positions, we have options that may be perfect for you. The United States Postal Service is an equal opportunity employer. Apply now at USPS.com/careers.
Hey guys, Jeffrey O'Brien here. Listen, when we're all working on our shows here at The Fanatic, we're totally focused and we don't want to worry about the other things. You know, like the technology that runs our station. That's where Affinity Technology comes in. They run all our IT so we can focus on what really matters, our business and our listeners. These guys handle literally everything. If it plugs in, they work with it. They've saved us tons of money and they've kept us focused on what really matters. Affinity Technology, they can do the same for you. Go to atechaz.com. Be sure and tell them I sent you.
This is Aaron Warby, host of the Bulls and the Bears Radio Hour. In the show, we try to teach the tools, rules, and strategies that traders and investors need to do better with their wealth and portfolio income. But most of the time, an hour is just not long enough. At Online Trading Academy, we believe that the average person should be given the tools, rules, and strategies that Wall Street's elites have been using for years to outperform others. Are you one of the millions that have recently established a trading account? Or have you always wanted to trade or take a more active role in guarding and growing your own wealth, but have not had the know-how or confidence? We want to invite you out to a complimentary 3-hour power trading and investing workshop, where you'll learn what it is that the professionals use to limit their risks and maximize their possible gains in both trading and investing. To register, call 8448-TRADER. That's 844-887-2337, or text the word stocks to 25029. Again, that's stocks to 25029. Reserve your seat now.
I'm here to tell you about a technological shocker. Believe it or not, you can listen to us on your smart speaker.
That's shocking.
Wow. What a world we live in. All you have to do is say, listen to 1580 The Fanatic.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for the NFL. That's right. We got your Monday night, your Thursday night, your Sunday night football. A lot of times we'll have your Sunday morning football too. This week, we got the Cowboys and the Buccaneers starting off the NFL season. Thursday night football. Sunday night football is the Bears and Rams. Monday night football is Ravens playing the Raiders. So there you go. Week 1 here on 1580 The Fanatic. And again, I can't stress this enough. If you haven't done so yet, you must do so very, very soon. If you want to win $1,580 for first prize, or you want to win $500 for second prize, courtesy of Harmon Solar, go to 1580thefanatic.com, click on the NFL fan pick'em contest brought to you by the Fanatic and Harmon Solar, and get yourself registered up and make your picks every week. And you could win $1,580 or a $500 second prize, or beer, which should be given to pretty much all the winners, that we can. That's what Radio Ron was saying. So whether you like Coors Light, Bud Light, this light, that light, I'm sure that you're going to be taken care of. Now, before I move on, I don't understand this next text.
Okay.
Just out of nowhere, for no reason. Cowboy Sparky texts in, Jeffrey, you will go to the Dagobah system.
Yeah, I'm not sure I follow either.
Who texted that in?
Are you trying to use Jedi mind tricks? That was Cowboy Sparky.
Cowboy Sparky said that you're going to the Dagobah system.
Yeah. That's where
Clearly that's a Star Wars reference.
Yeah.
Are you to go to the Dagobah system and become
a Jedi?
A Jedi Knight?
If somebody can loan me an X-Wing fighter, I'll definitely go to the Dagobah system.
Can I go with you?
Yeah. I'll just
nice.
I'll get that damn robot out of the back, but you're gonna have to wear a helmet or something.
That robot's got to go with us. I think that's how the
well, I
whole
can't.
thing works.
It's only a one-seater.
R2D2 thing.
Then we're gonna need 2 X-Wing fighters.
Yeah.
So you can come with me.
Oh, there we go.
You can be my wingman anytime. There.
What
Randy.
about the Millennium Falcon? Why can't we ride in that?
Gas mileage. Come on, think, Randy.
Extra,
Think.
yeah, sorry.
I mean, if Keon wants to go, then it starts to make sense.
Yeah.
Then we all share in the gas prices.
All right.
And you want to go, Keon?
Yeah, I'll come.
Okay, well then, ask gas or grass. Nobody rides free.
Yeah.
Yes. Was that how's that go? Ask gas or grass. Nobody rides free. So
Okay.
you can choose. We're really hoping you say gas.
Yeah, I'm gonna say gas.
Thank
yeah.
you.
That's
Good.
just,
Good.
It's an easy call to make.
I was
Easy call.
really starting to second guess my own rule system right there. Okay, whatever you say, Cowboy Sparky. Well, we'll get right on that. T-Bone says once Cam Newton went vegan after the 2015 Super Bowl, man, he had been crap. Is that true? Did he go vegan after that?
Yeah, it might be. I think I heard something or read something about he went vegan, but
he went vegan so that he could drop some weight. He thought that he was too heavy is really what it was, and I was hurting his mobility.
Cam thought he was fat-tastic.
Well, he
thought he was chunky soup.
He thought he was.
He thought he was
a bit
bulbous?
big. He wanted to drop some lbs.
He thought he was Fatty McFatty.
No, I think he just thought he was too heavy.
So that now it's starting to make some sense. He's got these body issues. So he wears
body. He's ashamed of his body.
Yeah,
Is that what it is?
That's what the grandma shawl is about. So you can just kind of hide some things, I guess. I don't know.
All right.
I'm really sorry to hear that there, Cammy. Let's see. Big George says, Keon, you think Matt Nagy's a good coach. So your opinion on the Carolina Panthers head coach might not be the best. So, but I do respect your opinion.
I never said that Matt Nagy was a good coach. I think that's a bit.
I think
too
we got
far.
a tape where you say he's a great coach.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, I said I think he's decent coach.
He's an amazing coach. I'm sure
that-
that's on record that Keon Rose has said Matt Nagy could be coach of the year.
Wow. Well,
yeah.
Justin Fields might drag him there if that happens, but that's not going to happen because of Matt.
Just to be annoying, Keon is going to start just like, dear God, please let Justin Fields play amazing so I can tell all these idiots on the Daily Blender I was right.
I don't think I need to pray for it personally. If they play him, he'll be great.
Did you hear that, Randy? He just called us all idiots.
Well, hold on a second.
I sure did.
Oh my God!
I heard that, Jeff.
You
I can't even believe
injected
it.
He's not even
idiots
here a
there.
month, and he's calling us names.
I called no one
out
an
of the
idiot.
goodness of our heart.
Wow.
We had the opening. We brought him in here, and we thought he was the guy, but wow, clearly, there's some animosity.
Is this
already? It didn't take long.
Is this why I am the co-host number 4? Is that why I am this?
Hey, listen. Unfortunately,
do we get driven off? Is that what is
no,
happening?
No, there's been a lot of unfortunate accidents and fatalities. When it comes to being a co-host on this show.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
we don't drive anybody off. Are you
has
kidding
nothing
me?
to do with us.
Are you
If
sure?
anything, we're the victims here.
I mean, yeah.
Clearly. Let's see. Ukulamak says, I need to lose some weight, Radio Pal. I'm up to 190. Do you remember what 190 is like?
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Blood
Oh,
pressure.
boy. Wow.
Hefty Lefty says, do or do not. There is no try. Well, I didn't ever say anything about trying to go to Dagobah. I mean, I could totally get there, but I need an X-Wing fighter.
Yeah, we need some sort of a mode of transportation, please.
Cowboy Sparky says, hey, listen, it was Dagobah or the other place. Tucson. Oh, no greater hive of villainy.
Wow.
Thunder Snow says, pull the tape, guys. He totally called you idiots. I know.
Wow. Jeffrey said that. I never said that. You can pull the tape all you want to. You're
No,
not
we
a tape
will.
pulling tape, and you'll
Don't
never
worry.
find me
Yeah, don't
saying
tell
it.
Randy how to pull tape. He knows how to pull
I
tape.
know how to pull tape and other things.
Yeah.
Jeff,
Yeah.
So you think I don't? I know.
Yeah, he pulls things all the time. Just the Tip says, not for nothing, but a neat shot of whiskey has only 100 calories and 0 carbs, by the way.
Excellent.
Yep, true. It's a diet
And
drink.
there's one for
if you think
you.
about it, it's a diet drink.
There's one for me.
Blissful Hayes says Blender goes through more co-hosts than Spinal Tap goes through drummers.
Well, they can't help it when one drummer spontaneously combusts right there.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine the horror of watching your drummer just burst into flames.
There's some previous co-hosts I would have not minded see you go up in flames. I think I'd been okay with that. Ladies and gentlemen, before we run out of time, it is time now for On This Date in Big George's sports history. Back in the year 1892, using a short, straight punch, a newfangled idea called a jab, which had never been seen before in the ring. The challenger, James Gentleman Jim Corbett of California, knocked out John L. Sullivan of Boston, Massachusetts, the first recognized heavyweight champion in a 21 round of their title fight at the Olympic Club in New Orleans.
Did you say the 21st round?
Well, that was a problem. And then, of course, after Sullivan gets knocked out, he's like, I think we can change boxing. And he came back and he created a socially acceptable modern boxing with the padded gloves and fewer rounds. So I guess
21 rounds?
21 rounds of getting your ass kicked will make you think. and that is what John L. Sullivan's did. And he came up with what you've got today.
Wow.
A more modern version of boxing.
So when he was doing the jab for the first time in the history of boxing, did people just look at him and go, what is this guy doing?
What is this craziness? Not a jab. It's not a manly punch. It's like a little rabbit thing. I
would imagine it was much like on the time when the alley-oop was first invented there, when the Tropics were playing in that ABA league.
Yeah.
And the referee didn't know what to call it, so he called it a foul.
Is this even legal? What sort of punch is this? I've never, by golly gosh and everything else. Oh, there's ladies present. Do not swear, sir.
I didn't swear. I threw a jab.
Sure that's the conversation being had in the crowd there.
Yeah.
That boxing used to be much more brutal. So
rounds. I can't get over that.
That is amazing. We'll go till we have a decisive winner. This little pop. You're all hilarious, sir. You're all pop. Oh, wake up. Oh, wait, he's knocked out. He's down. Oh, God. That one. It is very awkward. Should we do the Wheel of Sports? We haven't done that in a while.
Why not?
Let's do it.
Been a while, man.
It's a Monday like Tuesday. All right. Well, this is it. I never. I think I'd heard something about it in the past, but didn't really care much about it. I think it was serious, but I guess Terrell Owens really does hate Donovan McNabb. He hates his ass. Yeah. Now, I used to be proximity neighbors with Donovan McNabb over there in Seville, in Gilbert. It's a neighborhood. And I just missed getting rear-ended by him when he was drunk once. And I wish I wouldn't mind meeting him. But right at the place I used to turn in the neighborhood, he ends up rear-ending some gal. And he's like, oh, I got, you've been drinking, sir? No, it's cough syrup. Yeah, we're not buying it. And, he got in a little trouble for that. I don't know what his current situation is. I don't even know if he still lives in that neighborhood or not. But, Don McNabb has enjoyed a drink. Let's just say that. He's enjoyed a drink, or he's really enjoyed some cough syrup. Either way. So I guess Terrell Owens was like mad at him because I guess, he said in the Super Bowl he was throwing up. Because of, I guess, I don't know if it's his nerves or his drinking or whatever it was, but he felt like Donovan McNabb cost him the Super Bowl ring.
I do remember that because they cut the commercial break.
Yeah.
I think it was nerves.
350, but in the fourth quarter? Who has nerves in the fourth quarter? 357 yards throwing, 3 touchdowns. Although he did get picked off 3 times. So you're thinking his nerves got all like, oh my God. And then he just lost it.
I have no idea.
The immense pressure of losing a Super Bowl.
Well, whatever happened or you think happened, Terrell Owens wants to box him. Terrell Owens versus Donovan McNabb. He says, I would knock the chunky soup out of him.
Well, I probably would, be honest with you.
To be fair, Donovan McNabb was never known for being the
Mhm.
most fit of players.
To be fair.
To be fair.
To be fair. Yeah, Donovan McNabb might not be quite in Terrell Owens' shape. Terrell Owens stayed in shape because he thinks he might still have a chance to come back and play. You see those videos of him out there online and stuff where he's like, I can still play right now. Somebody call me. So if he's saying he wants to box to Donovan McNabb, yeah, Donovan McNabb may not want to answer that phone call.
I don't think he will. Donovan McNabb has made a lot of money from the Philadelphia Eagles and the Campbell chicken noodle soup
Did
and all
he
that.
do the Dancing with the Stars?
I don't remember.
Donovan McNabb?
Yeah. Donovan McNabb, do Dancing with the Stars. Do not box Terrell Owens.
Wow.
I think that's some free advice for you.
Yeah.
And stop with the cough syrup. Take it easy, man. I still live near you. All right, spin the wheel, Randy. So Philip Rivers won another high school football game as a head
2-0.
coach. Yeah.
All right, 2-0 now.
24-21 win. It was the first ever for a Region 1 win for his St. Michael Catholic Cardinals there. And, we've all done stuff in high school where we're like, whoops, and you feel stupid about it and it hangs with you for a long time. Whoever the kid is who picked up this ice cooler filled with ice, not Gatorade, ice, and poured it over Philip Rivers' head and then put a giant gash in his nose.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Probably going to wish he had that one back.
Oh, no. Was it block ice?
Stitches. The man needed stitches.
No.
Wow. Oh, no.
So
That sounds like something I would do accidentally.
right. And then later you're like, why did I do that?
Well, it's a good thing it wasn't Trent Dilfer then, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I didn't know there was block ice in there.
So yeah, poor guy. He's got stitches, and I feel for the kid who's just trying to celebrate, and evidently did. I'm guessing it's probably a defensive lineman. That's just my guess.
Wow.
All right, guys, that's it for this edition of the Daily Blender. Back on your radios again tomorrow at 3 p.m. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.